doesn't mean we're going to start the show. It just means we'll give people time to come in.
Yep.
Yeah, this is great. I'm really looking forward to this. This will be fun.
I am excited. I'm very excited.
This will be good times. It's nice that you get the you get an easy. Okay, yeah, that's good. That's pretty good. But it's cool that you get an easy view of the football game. That's really good. I think eventually I'd probably get like another screen so I could do it too. But I still could do it. What I would do is I would just put the. In fact, I mean I could put it in a little window. That would work.
That's basically what I'm doing.
Oh, okay.
I have it in a little window.
Okay, that's not bad.
And then I have you in a window, but I don't. Since I'm not actually streaming, I don't have as much going on like I normally would.
Right. That's the thing. That's the big thing. So like you have to. That's the thing. It's a lot easier to do stuff like that when you're not streaming.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Normally, one whole screen is taken up with like the chat view and streamer song list, and then I keep Discord open in case Jamie needs to message me a mod thing. And then I have another screen that's like OBS, and that takes up most of that screen. So I need a third monitor, basically, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, same for me. Yeah. I
have 3 for work. I actually have 4 for work.
4 for work. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have 3 monitors, plus I have my laptop open.
Oh, wow. Yeah. That's a lot going on. But no, for good reason, though. There's a lot to keep track of in your line of work.
Yes. Yeah, it works well.
Yeah.
Oh, and I do have my sandwich all ready to go.
Oh, beautiful. I do, too. Yeah, that's great.
Excellent.
Yeah, this will be fun tonight. Just waiting to see if anyone shows and pops in. Oh, there we go. Oh, wow. We got a lot. Whoa. What a good start. This is great. So let me see. I'm going to throw this. Oh, I do need to do this. Yeah, let me just throw this over here. If we do have a browser capture. So I'm going to, maybe I will, since I can do that. Oh, no, that ought to work too. Actually, I think I'll just do, well, oh, I'm not even doing, well, never mind. I think I got it. I figured it out. Okay, so let me get this over here. Get this here. Get this over here. Just because. I gotta make sure that I turned off the, emote only chat. I did. Okay,
oh,
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. I don't think we need to do that anymore, but it's always good to be.
Do you do it manually, or did you set up that bot?
No, it's manually. Yeah, it's a manual thing right now. So it's right there though. It's like in the gear, like the settings. You just click it.
Oh yeah, no, I know. But the nice thing about this is it automatically turns it on when I stop streaming, and then turns it off when I start.
That's smart. Yeah.
Plus, they have their own ban list that they maintain.
Well, that's useful.
So it'll auto ban people if it's on their list and they follow you. So it's caught a few of them already.
Gotcha.
It caught quite a few when that whole thing was going on.
Yeah.
But it still catches the occasional 1 or 2.
All right. Yeah, we got a good crowd here tonight. Hello everybody. Good to see you all back here, hanging out. Ready to go? Okay. Yep. Let me just. Oh, right. I can't actually see you yet. I could kind of see you if I do this. Hold on. Ah, I do see you now, but you don't see me. That's funny.
I see
I'm
a
just
sandwich.
being silly. I do too.
It's a tasty looking sandwich.
It really, it is. Yeah. Oh, that's giving back good memories. Made that in 2012. It was a good time.
Nice.
Yeah. Grilled cheese with
way
bacon.
back in the before times.
Way before times. Holy moly. Yeah. It is. Yep, indeed. All right. I think everything's ready to go. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's do this.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah. Look who's in the chat.
Stuart, hi.
The Mod Father. How you doing?
Stuart's in the house. Yeah.
Guitar. Don't you have a mod assignment tonight, my friend? I bet he's in both places. It's all right. It's all right. Good to see you.
Go Bears.
Yeah. Go. Oh, I love that. Now I see why you're rooting for the Bears tonight. I love it. All right. Let's see. Oh, you know what? Hold on. So, there's something I forgot to do. Hold on. Let me take care of that. Well, let me take care of that, and I'll take care of that while simultaneously introducing you to our audience. Band Packer fans. Mod Father. Cheese Wizard do. Come on in. Nice to see you. Well, man, season screens, everybody. It's good to have you here for our final show of 2021. I am Davey. I eat sandwiches. I'm having another one tonight, and joining me tonight on our final show of the year, a good friend of ours. We've heard from him a bunch here on the Sandwich Show and elsewhere, and I'd like to introduce you all to formally our good friend cdubguitar. Welcome to the show. How are you tonight?
I'm doing great. I'm excited to be here, and we can comment on the Vikings losing as we interview. I don't know if Stuart's actually listening or not, because he's got to, I think he's modding for his daughter right now. But
that's what I was thinking too. I was indeed. So it's absolutely band Chads. And I know what that means, because that's your regular name. That's your IRL name.
That is.
Yeah,
yes,
I love this. Rahomo in the chat. Hello, Rahomo. And he says, who's this guy? Or Patches will behave, Mod Father, or Patches will get mad, says Cheese Wizardu. How do I pronounce your name, Cheese? Is it Cheese Wizardu or Cheese Wizard or Wizarduh? Or is it Cheese Wizard you? Let me know.
I usually just say Cheese Wizard.
Just Cheese Wizard? Okay. Well, it's nice to meet you. So, folks from our friend CDub's world, it's great to see you here on the Sandwich Show chat. We've seen a lot of you here before, which is great. And I remember very well when you all raided over to the Sandwich Show the first time. I believe I was on with Irene at the time. And that was a great raid. I want to really thank you for that. And thank you for all your support of this show. I mean, it's been so much fun having you on for like karaoke and other things. And it's a good time. So I think the first question is what's new with you? But I think I know some of that because you were on with, well, that's for karaoke. A good. Have you gotten any offers from Arby's yet to be their spokesperson?
Not yet. I'm sure they're busy with the holiday season, so they're probably, the lawyers are on vacation, and so they can't drop the contract kind of deal.
Got it.
I'm sure it'll be coming. I mean, obviously.
I love it. Oh, that was a moment. We'll get to that in a minute, but first, let's just tell us the world a little bit about yourself. So, you definitely have a lot going on. You do have a regular day-to-day, which is that of IT work, as written on your Twitch page, and it looks like that's a first down for Minnesota. But the two of us are going to be watching the Vikings-Bears game as we go along, so you'll be hearing updates from the game.
We're the alternate Manning cast. Since we're not on this week.
Well, we're going to be more entertaining than the Manning cast. What would you think? Right? Because it gets kind of dull. Like, you're just kind of
yeah.
You know?
They have some up and downs. It very much depends on how good their guests are too.
Yeah.
Like, they have some guests that just can't interact seemingly in real time. And that really brings the show down. But.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Like, guys, like, who's that one guy they always bring in that's really boring? Is it Jay Cutler? Oh, God, that guy.
Oh, God, I hate Jay
Cutler. No, why? Why would you do that?
Although, I have to say, he was the Bears' best quarterback for the Packers ever. I mean, he has like an honorary position in the Packers organization because of all the pick sixes he would throw.
I knew exactly what you were getting at with that. Does he have like the fourth most touchdown passes after Brett Favre?
Yeah, I think so. It's like Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre, Bart Starr, and then he's next.
Oh, I love it. Good thing there aren't any Bears fans on the chat right now. But even if there were, come on, man, you know it's true. Man, let's be real. Let's be real about that. Jamie says, I love Jay Cutler. Jamie.
Lies. She just likes him because he did like a reality show or something after he retired. I don't know. I've talked to her about it before.
Oh no, I remember that. I remember the reality show. That's a good time. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, all in all, it's a good time of the year. I mean, your Packers are playing great. I will say, just briefly, I don't want to get too deep into sports right to start the show, but that game against Baltimore, that was a surprisingly interesting game. I imagine you were surprised.
It was hard to watch.
Yeah,
as a fan.
Yeah,
I'm sure it was exciting.
Yeah,
like I feel like I could say that about a lot of the Packer games this season. They've been exciting, but as a fan, they're really just hard to watch because they keep, they'll do two things great, and you think, okay, they got this game under control, and then something will happen, and it'll flip right back. So
yeah.
But yeah, me and my two sons were watching the game and yelling at the TV and having a good time. So.
Well, they won by 1 point, and it's because the Ravens decided to go for 2 rather than tie the game and go to overtime. And to be honest, they're down to their second string quarterback, Brett Hundley. With Jackson still out due to injury, it's like, of course. Yeah. I mean, you definitely go for 2 there. You feel like you like your chances better with that than going to overtime.
Oh, I totally agree. I mean, I didn't really think that was a big question mark at all. I know I've seen some things on Twitter today or whatever that people are questioning it, but no, I think that's a very defensible position to take. Go for the win.
Yeah.
And like you said, they were on their backup quarterback. We've got Aaron Rodgers, who has a history of playing well in clutch situations. So yeah, I think that was the right call. And really, they were not that far away from getting it. It was close.
It was close. I mean,
play.
I'm not gonna argue with people who say that they shouldn't, like Cheese Wizard in the chat says, no, you don't. They've done it 2 weeks in a row and failed. Yeah, but I still think that you still probably have better chance with that than going to overtime. Because if you go to overtime, like, eventually, I feel like the Packers would be able to just do like 2 passes and like get into the red zone just like that. All you gotta do is kick a field goal once you give Baltimore the ball. So it's like, there are definitely 2 sides of that, but that's an interesting takeaway of it. Soggy Sander, welcome to the chat. Nice to see you. Cute Jerry, welcome in. And Jamie, good to have you here. Thank you for your help tonight with the mod duty. Same to you, Rahomo. Shout out Arby's.
Shout out Arby's.
Are they actually on the chat yet? No, that'd be great if they were actually on Twitch. That'd be funny.
That would be.
Do a raid to Arby's.
That would be hilarious.
Do you have a favorite sandwich at Arby's? Like, is there one that stands out to you?
No, I usually just go with the sort of classic roast beef.
Okay.
Put a little of their horsey sauce on, and they have good fries. I know we were talking about fries on Friday night too. They have good fries.
Big time.
But I don't know. I'm not sure where the closest Arby's is anymore, because there used to be one on the west side of Madison, which is near where I live. So we go there once in a while, but that closed a while ago, and I'm not sure where there is one. So it's been a while. Usually, I think the last time I was at an Arby's was probably when I was traveling somewhere.
Yeah. I'll be honest, there isn't one near me either. So it's, I mean, when I say there's one like within 10 miles, but it's still not in my neighborhood at all. So that's kind of the shame of it. I'd go there more often if I had one close. But
so that's funny. There's literally nothing within 10 miles of me.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I live in the country, so
gotcha.
It's like about 10 to 12 miles to the nearest town, and they have a Culver's, so that
Ooh.
That
you mentioned that
helps.
That does help. Yeah, I just tried Culver's for the first time a couple weeks ago when I was visiting friends in Denver, and I love it a lot. It's really good. Like I recommend it.
Yeah. They're my go-to sort of fast food.
Mm-hmm.
Really good fries, good burgers. Yep. They have a pretty good crispy, like a spicy crispy chicken, similar to what like a Chick-fil-A has.
Okay.
And then their custard is to die for. I mean, let's be honest.
I've heard great things about the custard. My friend in Denver, Coach, who I call it's my friend Andrew, but I call him Coach. Like Coach loves the custards at Culver's, and he's so delighted to tell me about that. And they started in Wisconsin, right? Isn't that where they're from? Like,
Yes.
isn't their point of origin? Yeah.
Yep.
Pretty good.
Started in Wisconsin by, I think, brothers or something.
Okay.
Maybe it was just one guy.
Yeah.
I can't remember. And yeah, they've been expanding. Like, it's funny. So, you know, one of my daughters goes to school in Pennsylvania for college. So we've had to travel back and forth, you know, that route quite a few times already, road trips. And it's really interesting to see how far Culver's has expanded, because, you know, they were literally right here in Madison when they were starting, basically.
Whoa.
You know, one of the first franchises. So I've known about them for years, and to see how far, you know, you see a Culver's sign in the middle of Ohio, you're like, wow, that's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. Jason, thank you for the 100 bits and welcome into the chat. It's good to see you tonight. How you doing, my friend? How you doing? Good to see you. Jason L. Rush is a very, very cool guy. He's a good mod on a lot of channels, including the Brookstone Bards, for whom I'll shout out immediately. But we love you, Jason. Good to have you back with us. Any questions for us, let us know. And we'll save them for random questions, I guess. But I guess you can have comments for the time being. Homo says Jason's all right. Oh, Sunbum Salt Light, thank you for the 100 bits, too. Oh, my goodness, we're getting close to Hype Train already. Oh, my goodness, nice. So quickly. This is great. So we have a new feature for Hype Train if we do make it. We have 4 minutes. So it's on the table if anyone wants to jump in on it, and I would really be quite grateful. But let's get in a question. Oh my goodness, it started.
Oh,
it started just like that. Jamie, thank you. Thank you, everybody. This has been a habit for me. This has been a habit lately. Holy cow, Hype Train. Let's go. All right, Hype Train time, and that means it's time for trivia. So here we go. We're going to do music trivia tonight, CDub. And each question you get correct will equal a dono dollar to your channel. So let's do it. We're going to do music trivia tonight. Good luck, my friend. Let's do it. All right.
Thank you.
And we'll do it as long as we have, for as much time as we have in the Hype Train. So if you want to keep the trivia going, keep getting that Hype Train to the next level, and we'll start. All right, here we go. Question number 1. Here we go. All right, here we go. Yeah. Let's do it. There we go. Oh, there we go. Got it. Okay, question 1.
Trivia music, too.
Yeah. Thank you. What are the 2 commonly used clefs in sheet music?
Treble clef and bass clef?
You got it. All right, one for CDub.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! Boom, boom, boom. Question 2.
It's good to get that first one out of the way, you know. That was
absolutely.
A pretty easy one, so.
Yeah. All right. It definitely takes the pressure off. 100%.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, thank you for the resub.
I got one. I at least got one right.
Exactly. No shutout for you. Good stuff. All right. Question 2.
Don't call me Tom Brady.
Oh my God, Tom Brady last night. Yikes. Oof. Big oof.
Big oof.
Thank you for the resub, Modfather. So good to see. That was 3 months. That's great. Question 2. What is the best-selling music album to date? Music album.
Thriller.
It is. You got 2 for 2. Nice start. All right. Question 3. Oh, you know this one because we were talking about this yesterday. Which movie is often synchronized to the Pink Floyd album Dark Side of the Moon?
Oh, yes. It's The Wizard of Oz.
It sure is. Nicely done.
And it's fun. Have you done it? I can't remember what you said. Have you done it before?
I don't think I've done it yet. I've thought about doing it. I gotta try it.
It's weird. It's very weird.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Cool. And it's been, I mean, I was in college when I did it, so it's been, 25 years ago. But yeah, it's a fun time.
That's super cool. Question 4. Who is the greatest selling country artist of all time?
Oh gosh. Garth Brooks.
It is. Nicely done.
Woohoo!
You are 4 for 4.
Guess.
Great start.
That was a total guess.
It's a hell of a guess. It really is. It's a great guess. All right, question 5. Which South Korean boy band is in the middle of an enormous world tour?
What's their name? BTS?
It is BTS! Well done, and thank you for the gift sub, Sunbum Salt Life. Wonderful.
All right, Sunbum.
All right,
Thank you.
5 for 5. All right, let's go for 6. What is the term for 60s British rock success in the U.S.?
The British invasion.
It sure is. Get yourself on Jeopardy. Move over, Aaron Rodgers. Jeez. Let's go. Let's go. All right, question 7. Which member of the Beatles was known as a quiet Beatle?
George.
It is George. George Harrison. You got it. 7 for 7.
Sweet.
Let's see. I'm going to do this one in front just so you can see if we can go 8 for 8. What's the name of the film that depicts the rap group NWA?
Oh, gosh. You might have stumped me on this one. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, all right, all right. The answer is Straight Outta Compton. Straight Outta Compton. Yeah. It's on the tip of the tongue.
I couldn't think of any of those. There were like all those movies in the 90s that were like various rap groups, and I couldn't get any of them to come out of my brain.
No worries, no worries. All right, so let's see. We got, let's move it into question number 9. And the question is, what is the most well-known bluegrass group of the 90s according to me, but also just in general consensus? What's a well-known bluegrass group of the 90s? Let's go with that. Do you know of one? Because
it's the one I know. It's like, well, it's Alison Krauss, but I can't. Does she have a band?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry. That's good enough. That's good enough. We'll allow it. Alison Krauss and Union Station. Yes.
Union Station. There you go.
Mm-hmm. I give it that to you because that was a hard question for a lot of people. So, well done. So you now have 8 questions.
Well, that's the only one I could think of. So.
Well, kind of is for me too. That's why I think it made. I felt like it was a good question. All right. So question 10: which famous 2000s rapper is also a U.S. money value?
50 Cent.
That is correct. 50 Cent is it. So you now have 9 total questions. Oh, wait, what?
Woohoo.
Yeah, you're doing really well here. Excellent work. All right, so question 11. Which famous New York song is performed by Jay-Z and Alicia Keys?
Oh, I don't know the title of it.
Would you be willing to harbor a guess?
Is it just called New York? I don't know.
No! Oh, no. A decent guess. The answer is Empire State of Mind. Empire State of Mind. It's tough. It's tough when the question is not, or the answer is not in the title, you know? That's the thing that makes it tricky. So, okay, let's go to the next question. So we have about 1:40. If you want to keep it going, get the hype train to level 3, but I think we're almost done. So, question 12. Which rock subgenre features acts like Panic at the Disco, My Chemical Romance, and Fall Out Boy?
That would be emo.
That is correct. Nicely done, CDub. All right. And question 13. Which major thoroughfare in New York is known for musical theater?
Broadway.
It is Broadway. You got it. Nicely done. All right. All right, next question. What is currently the most streamed song on Spotify? We got a touchdown. Vikings. Oh, man. Bummer. But anyway, what is currently the most streamed song on Spotify?
Like of all time?
Yeah. Like the most streamed. Which song has been streamed the most so far in the platform's history? Mini's Yoo-Hoo. Mini's Yoo-Hoo. That's funny. I love it, Rahoma.
I'm gonna say. I'm thinking maybe something by. I don't know. Hello by Adele. I don't know.
That's a good guess, but it's wrong. I'm sorry. It's a great guess. The answer is The Shape of You by Ed Sheeran, according to my sources.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
Really, really good. So, I'll give you one more. We just got it under the buzzer. Final question for music trivia. Which artist released the blockbuster songs Just Dance and Bad Romance?
Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga. You got it. All right. Woo-hoo. Excellent work, CDub. You have a total of a total of 11 questions right. Sweet. Which means you will be getting 11 dono dollars to your channel. Congratulations.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll go look for your dono link after the show, and I'll get that to you. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. And thank you. Appreciate it. No, absolutely. No problem at all. And thanks you, everybody, for the hype train. That was a wonderful hype train. Really appreciate you. Sunbum Salt Life with the last contribution with the community gift sub. Y'all did a great job. Thank you so much, everyone. Yeah, that's terrific. Well, Dub. Yeah, good job, C-Dub. I agree. And, oh, a redeem. Okay, so check this out, y'all. Let me see if I can find it. I'll be right back. I'm going to go get something from the room. And I'll show it to you, C-Dub. Let's just get to it. Okay. Be right back. And feel free to hang out with the chat meanwhile. It should take just a second.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'll hang out. How's everyone doing?
I'm back.
Oh,
yeah. How is everyone doing? How you doing? Oh, Boyan's in the chat. Pump it up. I'm pumping up extra for you. So good to see you, my friend. Come on in. Yeah, Stuart being. Oh no.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. So, C-Dub, which one do you want me to do first? The thing from the room or for the Bean Boozled?
Let's do the Bean Boozled so that if you need to recover from that, you can go.
All right, sounds like a plan. Let's do it. Bean Boozled time, everybody. I'm pumped too, Bean Boyan. Wait, you do the room? Sure did. This is all done in Christmas style, my friend. All the lights for the holidays. So let's do it. All right, so Bean Boozled. Thankfully, the last one of 2021. I don't know if I could do another one.
You were on a bad roll Friday night.
I was
hoping
really.
You'll get a good one. I really hope you'll get a good one here because you had 3 bad ones Friday night.
Oh, that was bad. I did get a good one on Sunday, so that was nice. I do have the toothpaste, and the chat hates that, but I do have to eat these eventually, so I'm just gonna roll it out. We'll see which one it is. It's not toothpaste. Very blue. Open it up.
All right. Woohoo.
Woo. Boyan says chat has to do it too. Do you have one?
I don't have one. No, I don't.
Oh. So. Well, hopefully next time you will.
I do not have the Bean Boozles.
That was really good. Oh my goodness. I'm so used to getting the toothpaste one. That was really good.
So wait, toothpaste is a bad thing?
Well, that's why everybody hates it. Cause like toothpaste really isn't that bad. It's really not that bad at all. Like it's barely even. Like it's just hilarious how that like it's considered to be the bad one, but it's really not. It's like I've had it, and it just tastes like toothpaste. Like it's a big deal. It's just toothpaste. It's like
boy, it just wants me to eat a Band-Aid.
Just eat something gross and eat a Band-Aid. It should be toothpaste plus orange juice. Yeah, I agree.
There you go. Now see that would be
something. Yeah, no, 100%. Well, since Boyan is here and everybody else is here, let's get right to our one of our favorite moments of the show. And that means it's time for... Oh, we got to get something from the room. Okay. Let me do this really quickly because I want to get to Sandwich of the Week. But here's what I got from the room. A coworker gave me some chocolates for Christmas. The problem is they all melted. So
oh, no.
Just this blob. I mean...
chocolate blob.
That is not one to remember, folks. Like, the reflections are kind of...
It's the thought that counts.
It is. It's not their fault. I mean, it probably was, like, in the airplane flight. It was, like, all in their luggage, and it was all... Ugh. You see that? If I peel... I don't want to peel it off, but I'm gonna, just so it's easier for you to see. I mean, that is...
Oh, yeah. That's pretty gross.
Yeah. Boyan says appetizing. Yeah. So, I'm probably just going to throw it away, to be honest. I don't think that's edible.
Apparently you could send it to Rahomo.
Wait, you'd still eat it, Rahomo? Wow. You are a trooper. You really would still eat that. Okay. Well, anyway, let's get to our favorite moment of the week, of course. And it is there we go. the sandwich of the week, everybody. All right, come on down. Oh, and let's go take a look at what we have for our sandwiches this week to close out the year. Our friend Chad, aka cdubguitar, what is your sandwich of the week?
So my sandwich is a egg sandwich.
Ooh.
With fried egg and cheese.
Oh, that's awesome. That looks so good.
And it, I made it. So obviously when you asked me if I'd be on, I was like, oh gosh, I got to come up with a sandwich, right? And I decided to do this because it reminds me of my mom, who's passed away now. And she taught me how to make a fried egg, like how to really make a good fried egg.
Mm-hmm.
And so I thought, hey, what better to do than throw that in a sandwich?
That's absolutely wonderful. That's a great living memory that's a great moving tribute to your mom, and may she rest in peace. That's really great. Out of curiosity, what kind of cheese is it?
So I just used some Wisconsin cheddar.
Okay.
So basically it's toast, 2 fried eggs,
mm-hmm.
with a slice of the cheese in between, and then butter on the toast. Heavily, good amount of butter on the toast to get it that greasy, kind of breakfasty feel to it, and
mm-hmm.
boom, there you go.
Boom, I love it. All right, so, and Boyan says, as far as the chocolate, you have to melt it back down and pour the molten part into new chocolate shapes. Nice. It's pretty good. Wait, what do we have? Oh, 2 eggs? The cholesterol. That's Boyan's comment as well.
Yeah, I see that.
Did anybody give Boyan a shout out? Romo, were you able to shout out Boyan's cool channel, late night vibes and great music? Dude, if you did not, please do. And if you did not, I would say do it anyway, because it's worth another shout out. Rahomo, fun fact, they only use 1 egg in France because 1 egg is enough. That's great. Good stuff. So here's mine. This is literally the sandwich that you just saw at the beginning of the broadcast. I just remade it. Yeah. So this is a callback to the sandwich, bringing our show full circle for the year.
It's held up well since 2012.
So yeah, it's a grilled cheese with bacon, and the cheese is a pepper jack cheese on this excellent wheat bread. And now it is time for the 2 of us to chow down, and let's do so. Do you put any do you put any pepper or other seasonings on it? You do, okay.
Salt and pepper.
Sure.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And Boyan says croque monsieur. It's very close. It's very much like a croque. A croque would have like ham, I think. That's a great question. Not exactly a croque. Well, unless croque means grilled cheese. And if it doesn't, then absolutely it is. But
Mr. Croque?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's nice to reacquaint with this one. This is... Yeah, I really enjoyed it back then, and I enjoy it just as much today. The real question is, with a sandwich like this, do you like to dip it in tomato soup? And many people do. I'm indifferent. You would do it? I would do it too.
I would. But I guess I would, but I don't go out of my way. If we're making grilled cheeses here at the house, I don't usually make soup to go along with it, but sometimes when you're at a restaurant or something, they'll just bring it automatically, and so then I'll dip it in. I heard somebody who was talking the other day about ketchup on a grilled cheese, which I kind of understand the concept. It's similar to the tomato soup, but I don't think I'd ever do that.
I mean, maybe. I probably would have to really warm myself up to that idea.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for the shout out again, Abraham. I appreciate that very much. Boyan says, croque monsieur. Boyan says, I ordered one of those at a restaurant once and asked for the crotch monsieur. The server wasn't laughing. That's pretty funny. That's pretty good.
It is. Mine is.
Good stuff. But it's good to have you all in the chat. So I think this is a good opportunity. What time is it? It's let's see, 1:15. Okay. So why don't I introduce something that we got in the mail? But before I do, I'm just gonna see if Jamie can. Oh, thank you for the host, E-Room Kim. Appreciate or E-Room Kim. Nice to meet. Nice to see you here tonight. Thank you for the host. I really appreciate that. And I do want to give another shout out to Danielle Allard and the Dinos who they had a day yesterday. That was really great.
Oh, and man. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. I was just thrilled to be part of that. So we did a show yesterday as part of Dino Stream Fest, and it was bananas. Like, it was, I've never seen so many people in our chat before. I was like amazed. And then we got a rate on top of it. It was pretty great. Let's see. Boyan says, it's me and Delta Crab doing WAP. Where?
Wow.
What? Wait, when is this? Oh, is that that's what the emote is. Oh, this new emote you got here. Okay, I gotcha. I need to go back to your channel, Boyan. I love it though. Like, it's late at night. You're winding down. You want to floss your teeth, or you're getting ready for bed, or at least out here you are, and then you're just hanging out, having some beers, and it's a great channel for that. So, Boyan, glad to have you with us tonight. Really good stuff. So yeah, Jamie, let me.
Boyan's a lot of fun.
Oh, absolutely. And Boyan, I want to give you props to you for the Bard Fest back in around, what was it, Thanksgiving weekend? Yeah. That was awesome. Really enjoyed that. So all the cool bards that were there for that. It's nice to get to know a lot of them too. So Dana gets a shout out too, because she's the one behind the Dino Stream Fest. Guys, STAWHP stop. Oh yeah. Boyan. It was great though. So much fun. The emotes are great too. I love it. So let me go ahead and Bardfest forever, cute Jerry. I'm completely agree. Yeah, I do too. Now. Yeah,
Sunbum, I'm with you. I love the Dino Fest.
It's great.
Danny does such a great job, and she's such a just good person.
Yes. Yes.
I'm really glad for her own personal success, but she just does a really good job of building up her community and building up other streamers, and it was really good.
Yeah.
I've done I think I've done 2 of them now. And the first one I did was the first sort of raid train festival thing I'd ever done.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't really know what to expect, and I'd been getting like maybe 10 people in my streams up until that point.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden like 70 people come in.
Yes.
Holy cow. But it was great. It was a lot.
That's so cool. How nervous were you in that moment? Because I can speak from my own experience yesterday. It's literally the same thing. It was like my first time in any kind of stream fest, and you see that many people in the chat. It's like holy butts. Like, you're like,
Yep.
you can barely move your fingers. It's just it's scary, but it's exciting at the same time. So
yeah, I think for me it wasn't so much nervous.
Mm-hmm.
I just sort of get into this I don't know, I guess I call it almost like musician mode, where I just I do what I know I can do.
Mm-hmm.
And as long as I feel like I'm doing a good job or doing the best of my abilities, then I don't really worry about anything else,
That's great. That's a great attitude. Well, I want to say hello to all the people of Jillian Hayek's channel. My name's Davey. I am Davey the Eating Sandwich. Check out our channel too. And this is CDub Guitar. He's on with me tonight. We have a special delivery from your all's channel. And Jillian, so good to see you here. I really appreciate you restreaming our program. So let's show you what it is, and let's do it right now. So in the mail today, I got all of these cookies. Look at this, Jillian.
Oh my God!
Thank you for sending me all these cookies. This is great. My goodness, Mad Clean, good to see you. What's up? How you doing? Can we give Mad Clean a shout out too? That is super cool. I did see you on the Stream Fest yesterday. Pretty much a big part of the day, I think. But look at all these cookies. That's just an amazing amount of cookies. And I understand you're going to be getting some cookies too, my friend.
That's a good question, Stuart. Where are mine?
So let's see. With this came a card issued to myself. Thank you, Jillian. Look how nice this is. Give me a card too. That's so cool. Let's see. And, oh, look at the Kuyu bear in the cart. There we go. Yeah. That's super good. That's really nice. Oh, man. Thank you.
Oh, that's nice.
And the card reads, Davey, thank you. Oh, don't out my bad handwriting. No, none of that. So see, Davey, and the card says, may the hope and wonder that come with this beautiful season stay with you all year. And the inset says, thank you for being an amazing superstar of not just me, but the entire Twitch music community. Enjoy the cookies and extra goodies, Jillian Haig. Aw, thank you. Thank you so much. I'm right back at you, Jillian. You really are a bright rising star of Twitch. And to prove it, just look at the followers lately. You're getting close to 1,000, and you deserve it. So my thanks to you. Really, I appreciate you so much. Let's go take a look at the goodies, shall we? So we have cookies. And look at these. These were freshly baked on stream, folks. Jillian had a great stream a few weeks back, and she baked these cookies with her family, with Modfather's in on it, and her mom too. And these look good. Let's go ahead and give one of them a taste, and then we'll. Oh goodness, these cookies are good. Look, they just crumble in your hands. I got this going. So I'll do this quickly. I know Jillian's got to get back to music, so let's try one. Oh wow, look at this. This all came together, and then.
I can't wait. I can't wait till I get mine.
Jillian, this is A1. This is A+. These are so good. Jillian says, yay, they stayed soft. That's so good.
Hopefully I'll get mine in tomorrow or the next day then.
I was hoping you get yours today too, because
I know
we
that
could
would have
enjoy
been
them
perfect.
together.
We could have, yeah. But
Jillian, thank you again. This is an incredible gift. Incredible show of generosity. I'm incredibly humbled to know that you care that much about me and our show. And if there's anything I can do, for example, we would love to have you as a collab guest one of these days, and that would be great. So the sandwich show with Jillian Hayek would be pretty awesome. Oh my goodness, look at this. Canadian Smarties are amazing. Now my friend Canadian Karen, who's also from Winnipeg as it turns out, told me about Canadian Smarties. Canadian Smarties destroy American Smarties. These are fantastic candies. You do not want to miss Canadian Smarties if they come into your life. These are great. Really good. Then we got Coffee Crisp. Look at this. Beautiful. Oh, that's fortuitous. I'll tell you why in a minute. Then we got, we have the Aero Bar. That is definitely a Canadian exclusive. I don't know if Aero Bar is out here. Shout out Aero, was it Aero RG? Yeah. Shout out Aero on Twitch. Right?
Right.
That's awesome. Oh, we got one more little trinket. Oh, look at this. Look at this. I got a little Canada keychain. Oh my goodness. This is really good. Oh, and Jillian.
Oh, that's very cool.
It's super cool. So get ready for all these goodies too, CDub.
Yeah. Well, no, it's Stuart spoiled it. He said, I'm getting a lump of coal. For being a Packer fan.
That is unbelievable. Thank you so much. Ah, gosh. I owe you one. I'll find a way to repay this generosity somehow. But that is an incredible gift. Thank you so much. And Jillian says, do not chew the arrow. Let it melt in your mouth. Great advice.
Good to know.
We'll do. But Jillian, much love to your channel and to everything you do. Have a great rest of your stream over on Jillian Hayek's on the Jillian Hayek Music Show. And CDub says hello too. Go back to and good night for now. Back to music for you. Absolutely. Have a great time. Your music is awesome. Good to see you again. And thanks for restreaming our show too. Appreciate ya. Have a good night. That's great. That's really great.
That's cool. That was really cool.
100%. Let's see how are we doing with the football. Let's see. Yeah, okay.
The Vikings, did they kick the field goal? They were lining up for a field goal, but then I was waving and didn't look. I would assume they made it. I don't know.
All right, so let's do this. If we start another hype train, you can't do it before the second hour, but if at some point in the second hour we get another hype train, I'll take a big bite out of that giant blob of chocolate just for funsies. See how it goes. I know. That'd be wild. But But yeah, it's so good to, this is the greatest thing about Twitch, and I think you would agree. Like, the people that we've met through this platform has been unbelievable. And I kind of was wondering,
gosh,
right?
yes.
Like, it's been amazing. What a run. Like, I've met all of you, all the people from your channel. It's been awesome. I've met the Hayeks. I've met Jamie. I mean, how did you meet Jamie? That's something I was curious about. Like,
oh, sure. So I actually met Jamie through a different online thing. So there was this online app that sort of ran a game show. It was called Gravy, and they ran for a couple years. And the idea was they sold one product, and it always started at a certain time, right? So I think it was 8 Eastern, maybe. I can't even remember. So what they did was they're like, okay, we're selling this water bottle tonight, right?
mm-hmm.
And the retail price for the water bottle is $19.95. So the way the game part of it worked is the price started at $19.95
mm-hmm.
and slowly went down in price on screen. But they didn't tell you how many they had. So you never knew when it was going to sell out. So the game part of it was you would guess what percentage off the final product would be sold at,
mm-hmm.
and then you'd win a prize, like cash money prize. And so I got into that through a friend of mine because the developers are actually in Madison. And one of my coworkers was friends with the guy who was their main MC. And so he got me into this game, and there were a whole bunch of people that would always show up, and it had a chat function. So, people would always chat while they were doing the countdown, and the guy was, the guy would describe the product and the features and everything as the price slowly went down and people would buy it. And so eventually the chat crowd got big enough that somebody started a Discord server, and I joined that, and I met Jamie there. I met a few other folks who were really helpful in getting my stream going, because one of the things you hear about is like, oh gosh, I hate streaming to nobody, right? Like zero viewers, and you still got to stream and pretend like, hey, something good's happening, and because you never know when it's going to start. But with those folks, since we all kind of met online and they were used to doing online kind of things, a bunch of them came and would watch me stream. And so that kind of gave me at least a handful of people at the beginning that were coming to my streams and watching. And then not long after that, some of the guys that are here now, like Jerry and Soggy specifically, they just somehow found me randomly on Twitch, and the rest is history.
It really is, and I just love the connections we've made, and so but your core group began with this other site, which was focused on games. I think that's really interesting. So do you is that where things like marbles goals come from? Because you play marbles during the stream and things.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
I mean, I like the trivia. Part of the reason, not to brag myself up, but part of the reason I was good at it is because I really like trivia.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my friends in college would go. I don't know if you know them or not, but bars used to have these trivia boxes, and then they'd put up the trivia, the questions would be up on the TV screen.
Countdown.
Press 1, 2,
I remember
3.
Countdown. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we used to go do that almost once a week, where we just go and play, because we really, the group I was with, we all just like trivia, and so I've always kind of liked that kind of stuff, guessing games and trivia games, and I grew up on the Price is Right and all that kind of stuff. So mm-hmm. It was just sort of a natural extension of that, and I think marbles is probably about as close as you can get in a music stream anyway. I have thought about doing they have those what's it called, there's a
Jackbox.
Yeah, Jackbox.
Yeah, everyone talks about Jackbox. Yeah.
But I've never tried it, but you know, maybe someday down the road I'll do a Jackbox stream as a community goal or something. But yeah,
Cool. There's so much to unpack as from the chat. The chat has responded to your scenario. Good to see you, Chris. Welcome in, C2. I'm doing fine. We had some great goodies from our friend Jillian today. CDub will be getting him shortly, but I'll show you a quick preview of what I got. I got cookies. Look at that cookie. Doesn't that look really good? I got some Canadian candies. Canadian Smarties are really good. They're even better than American Smarties. Arrow and Coffee Crisp. So really, really good stuff. The Patches Twitch. Hello. Welcome in. Hello, Patches.
Hey, Patches.
Good to see you. Come on down. Awesome. I'm glad to see you. So
Patches is interesting. You know, just talking about sort of where my audience came from. So when I first started streaming, I was streaming on, I just streamed on Facebook. Mm-hmm. And like, it was literally just some of my family and a few people from the gravy community. And then I have a good friend of mine who does dueling pianos, like many of the people on Twitch here do. And he started streaming when the pandemic hit. And he was doing this multi-stream thing where he would stream on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. And I'm like, oh, well, that's pretty cool. I should. And so I asked him about it. He's like, oh, yeah, it's pretty simple to set up. So I set that up. And so I was doing YouTube and Facebook then for a little while. And the Patches somehow stumbled upon one of my Facebook broadcasts and joined me there and have followed me to Twitch now. So I really appreciate them. They're founding members of the CDub Club.
That's so good. A CDub Club that's growing every single month, and I think it's great. Mm-hmm. I was pumped when you made 600 followers. I'm pumped when you reached your. That's a great milestone. It really is. So.
Yeah, I can't believe it. I'm like, I had no expectations when I started streaming because, like you said, I've got a day job. I'm in IT. I've been playing guitar for probably about a decade now, but really only the last few years I started kind of taking it more serious, and I was playing a couple of gigs in the summer at there's a resort nearby that's on the Wisconsin River. Mm-hmm. I'd play there a couple times a year, and then I'd try to find maybe one or two gigs, but that was about it. And it's one of the blessings. Like, you always got to look for the silver linings. Like, one of the blessings of the pandemic is it got me to start streaming on a regular basis. Mm-hmm. And I can't believe how, like, I figured if I had 100 followers and, like, maybe 5 people showed up to my streams, I would have been happy. And, 5 people and 3 of them are related to me. I'd still be happy. So, yeah, to get 600, and now I'm only, I think I'm like 25 away from 700, and seeing like 25, 30 people coming into a stream organically, not in a raid even, is just, it blows my mind, really.
That's awesome. That really is, because I feel like a solid streamer will always have like that number right around there, and
right?
I think I'm happy for you. I just think you deserve that because.
Oh, thank you.
You're very, very nice guy. Like, you're really good to all of us as far as the chat is concerned, and you definitely have a great story. You mentioned college a lot, and so my obvious question is, did you go to University of Wisconsin-Madison? Because that's a great college town. Oh, I love it.
I did.
Nice.
I did. Yes, I loved it. Yeah, and I loved it so much. So I was born and raised in Wisconsin, mm-hmm. Further south and west of like where I am now. Mm-hmm. Very, very rural community. And I always wanted to go to the UW, and I got accepted. And, it was such, people talk about how, like, you see the various breakdowns about education and how it relates to like how you see the world, or how you like maybe what your political leanings are, or what careers you might choose, but for me it really was like this sort of eye-opening in a really good way just exposing me to more people and more cultures and good foods I'd never heard of, and just all this stuff. And then the parties were epic. I'm not gonna lie.
I've heard.
Like at the time, we were like literally like different rankings would come out. We'd be like the #1 party school in the United States. So it's kind of hard to turn that down too, as a 19-year-old kid who a 19-year-old kid who didn't drink at all in high school, was very straight-laced. You get up to the big city and you just kind of have some fun. So I had a blast. I loved it.
That's so good. Yeah. Did you in fact major in some form of IT, computer science, computer engineering, anything like that? Okay, cool.
Yeah. Yep. Computer science. But I never really went into programming, which is really what they taught. I don't even know what computer science classes teach today. But mine was very abstract programming, math, type stuff, and I never really liked that part of it. So, but I got a job while I was going to school with one of the departments there that needed a help desk person, and started learning that side of things. And so when I graduated, it was less my degree that got me the job I got out of college, and more actually my my work experience on campus. Still, like I wouldn't have gotten that opportunity if I hadn't gone to school. So it's not like I would ever say, well, it was a waste of time. But I also could have majored in like art history and still got the same job.
That's why I asked that question, because I am also in IT, and I know the story for a lot of folks kind of goes that way. Like the degree they go in with does not necessarily equate to the degree that the job they end up with. And I think it's important to find your vocation wherever it may be. So I would never beat yourself up over that. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
gosh, no.
Yeah.
No. If anything, I'm like, I could have done something easier, because it took me
right.
It took me 5 semesters to get through 3 semesters of calculus. So.
Oh my goodness, calculus is no joke. That is tough. Oh, let me tell you.
I liked math before I met calculus.
Oh, that's funny. You liked math before calculus?
Yeah, it totally turned me off.
Do you remember anything from the calculus at this point?
No.
Exactly.
No.
Neither do I. I went through 3 levels of calculus in high school, and I don't remember.
So you did. So probably very similar.
AP
things.
calculus. Like I was like 1, 2, and 3, and then I was starting to get into 4, and then it was just getting, oh my gosh, this is just too much. And then,
I remember you do things as something goes to infinity. That's all I remember.
Yeah, I was doing good with like cosines and sines, and then like you had these weird like squiggly lines and things, and then it was just like differentials, and like it was getting tough. So Chris says, I really appreciate that you thought I killed that Let It Snow performance. 1, I stand by that, Chris. You were great on Friday with that Let It Snow the song. And 2, thank you for that. I appreciate your appreciation. Let's see. Can we go back to the other stuff though? I want to see. Okay, yeah. So Stuart says gutters. Rolling in a gutter. Jamie and CDub bumped into each other. Gutter story much better.
Ouch.
Let's see. Let's see. More people got banned there than here, meaning Gravy. Jamie says I got banned there. So CDub, what's the story of Jamie getting banned on Gravy?
Oh yeah. Yeah. So as the platform evolved, they eventually started having people come up on screen with them. So it was all mobile, so you do it on your phone.
Okay.
And they would ask you to come up. And somebody got the great idea, and it was all in good fun. Like it was not meant to be a serious thing, but when someone would go up there, they'd say smash or pass. And at first they sort of ignored it. But then it got to be a little too big of a thing, and so they actually had to start banning people that would say it. And so we, as a community, kind of pushed back on that, and so she got banned. I don't think I ever got banned.
Because she got pushed back on something? That's a little...
No, because she said smash or pass after they said,
oh,
hey, don't say that anymore.
Okay, yeah, that language might do it, yeah.
Yeah.
That might do it, yeah. That's okay. I mean, I guess it's somewhat defensible. I do want to welcome Cynthia Katner into the chat. Hi. Welcome to the Sandwich.
How you doing?
Nice to meet you. I'm Davey's Eating Sandwich, and this is CDub Guitar on the right side. And I see you have a really interesting stream. I just followed you. I want... So I'd love to check. Yeah, a mad scientist with an interest in botany, zombienomics, anatomy. Wow, this is wild. So
yeah, such is cool.
Cool.
Definitely check him out.
Okay, that's cool. I'm glad you know him.
He also has been known to sing and play games sometimes as well.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to check that out sometime, Cynthia. But nice to meet you. Good to see you here. My guess is Baron. I was just investigating. Wait, what happened? Oh no! Hey, Davey. Okay, thanks. 100%. Oh no! Everybody's messages are getting deleted all of a sudden. Oh no!
Oh dear.
Oh no! That's great. Pandemic. All right. So before we go to random questions, I think this is the other moment you all been waiting for tonight. So we had a karaoke show. Cynthia says I watched the karaoke, snuck in for a few cents. Oh, great. Well, I'm really glad you enjoyed the karaoke show. Well, I want to sing. I need more. You want to sing? You need more behind it. If you were to do like a YouTube track in front of you, maybe you could get some more behind it that way, right? Like a backing track.
Yeah,
it would work.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just watch out for ads.
So that's a. Let's play the clip. This is what happened with our friend CDub on Friday when he was on when he was on with us. Hold on, let me just patch something over here, and then I'll play it. Okay. Let's see. All right, here we go. Let's see. All right.
Oh my God! What are you doing?
Was there an ad in the middle of the song?
In the middle?
What just happened?
Jumped into an ad in the middle of my freaking like, what the hell, people?
Oh no!
No, you're not. Oh my God! Yeah. All right, I'm back.
Oh man!
Oh,
good times, good times.
That was hilarious.
It really was. Like I never. I mean, who would have seen that coming? You know, it was just like
I know.
I've never seen that before, where an ad would come up in the middle of a song like that.
No, I've only seen it on like longer performances, like you know, if Metallica has like a whole show on there or something. Or something like that. There'll maybe be a couple ads in the middle, but never just a single song. It was like a 4-minute video.
I know, it was crazy. We were dying when that happened.
Oh, I know. Oh my gosh. And I gotta say, I love Luis's laugh.
Oh yeah,
it's
yeah.
So contagious and infectious. It's just awesome. And yeah, everyone was laughing, and I'm like, well, I gotta keep singing, I guess. I don't know.
You did your best to keep it together, but it was not easy. I could tell you were busting up laughing on the inside.
Exactly. Well, no, that's one of the things they have. Jamie actually made a chat command in my stream because I'll crack up while I'm playing because my chatters are funny. They're all quite funny. Even Stuart sometimes. And so I was just trying to channel that, you know, that, okay, I'm not going to look at the chat. I'm not going to look at the chat. I'm not going to look at the chat because I'll just burst out.
I like how you added even Stuart sometimes.
Exactly.
Good times.
Thank you for typing that in because he's probably not listening anymore because it's screen, so.
But as you can see, you've been involved in 2 of them so far. The Karaoke Night series has really just been a night of pure chaos, and I'm really
gosh.
I'm happy for it. I'm all about it. I'm here for it.
I am so honored that I got to be part of them so far because they are just so much fun, and yeah, just unmitigated joy and chaos.
100%. Hey, Swimmy, welcome to the chat.
Swimmy.
It was great to see Swims yesterday in trivia on the trivia show. That was a great show. What a moment. We were just talking about that earlier in the show, Swims, like all of us, Tim Tam and yourself and my doing trivia. And then we just got a raid of, so many dinos from Danny Allard's community. And then the hype was just immense. And CDub was talking about how he experienced the same thing when he was on Streamfest too. It's an incredible moment. But good to see you. I'm glad you were able to. Thank you for joining us for that. And good to see you in the chat, too. Lily Inbound. Lily Inbound?
Woohoo. Tiger Lily.
Oh.
Do you know Tiger Lily?
I don't. I thought I did, though. It sounds familiar. But, cool.
Yeah, she's in, she goes to Boyan's stream a lot. And does she mod it? She might mod Delta Crabs.
Oh, I do. I'm familiar with Delta Crab, yeah. That's super cool. Yay, Tiger Lily! Good times. Is Tiger Lily in the chat? Is that what's going on? Oh my goodness.
She must be coming.
Oh, whoa! Are you serious? She mods for Crab. Yeah. Delta Crab. I remember. Now I've seen Delta Crab stream. Yeah. Are we getting a raid from? Brace yourselves, folks. But let me get this in before the possibility of an appearance of a wild lily or a tiger lily appearance. Because I wanted to just quickly ask, because our friend Adam, aka Rock the Piano, mentioned that you both met while you were in Wisconsin. That is so interesting.
Yeah.
Let's hear more about that.
Yeah. So the friend I was telling you about before that is a dueling pianist. He and Adam worked together for a while.
Okay.
And I don't know. This would have been early 2010s, maybe.
Okay.
So a while ago. So I met him then. And, what's really funny is I think we probably became Facebook friends then. And we didn't really interact much after he moved to Chicago. But then after I was on Twitch for about, I don't know, probably 6 months or so, I noticed one of his Facebook posts. He mentioned he was also on Twitch. And so I made sure I went and checked out his channel and gave him a follow right away, and then popped into his stream the next time he was there. And so we've been able to kind of reconnect a little bit, which has been really cool.
That is really cool. Like, it's just interesting that you meet people from earlier in your life, then you just suddenly, they're on Twitch. It's like, wow.
Right?
How about that?
Oh, yeah. It's classic small world, right?
Really,
it's like,
it really is.
Yeah. Because I don't even know, because they didn't work together a super long time, I don't feel like. So it's not like we were like best buds or anything like that. We were, we were friendly and acquaintances, and I think he's a cool guy and great musician. And so yeah, and then he just we just kind of went our separate ways for 7, 8, 10 years, and now we're back together and friends again.
That is so cool. That is so cool. How did he react when you or how did you react when he found you and noticed that you were the same guy that you've known a long time ago?
Yeah, so I found him.
Okay.
And it was kind of funny because obviously my name on Twitch doesn't really give anything away. And when he knew me, I was clean shaven. So my profile picture wasn't doing him any favors. So eventually I was explaining in his chat while he's streaming, and I'm like, well, I don't want to, totally like sidetrack his stream. So I'm like, I whispered him a link to my Facebook page so that he knew, and then he could see all our mutuals, and he could see older pictures of me and everything. And then he's like, oh, Chad, how are you?
That's so cool.
Yeah. So then we chatted, and yeah, like I said, I actually modded for him for a little while this summer when he was short on mods, and I was hanging out. I'm like, yeah, give me a sword.
Nice. That's a good idea. I mean, it's good to take it, step up for your friends. That's really cool. Yeah, the chat's really enjoying all these stories. That's cool. That's so fun. It really is. Like that's a really great story. I have kind of that story, but the second end of it hasn't been completed yet. I'll tell that story next year. It's a little too early to get into that. But there's someone on Twitch. I'm like, I remember you. I'm like, you used to be on the pier. That's like amazing. Like, I just think that's really cool. Like, life comes full circle,
right?
And apparently,
yes, it does.
This streamer has gotten pretty big. We'll tell you more about that story to next year. But that's sort of like a cliffhanger for next year.
Yeah. Give it the tease.
Yeah, 100%.
That's good, Davey. Get up the art of the tease.
I think that's like the one thing that people have noted about my persona is like I'm good at building up suspense and stuff. Like, so I'm glad for it. But you just teased and got into it. Good call, Cynthia. Good call. So I kind of outed myself already, didn't I? How about that?
Yeah,
How about that?
Kinda.
I kind of did.
That's all right.
That's all good. Oh, by the way, for those of you who are new to the program, take a look at all of our point redeems. We have a lot of interesting, cool redeems on our show for our show, and for just a few points, you can do different things to our channel. So give it a gander. If you click on the point redeem button, we have a bunch of fun, wacky redeems that we can showcase for you. Some of them have already been used, like Bean Boozled has, Pump It Up has, although Pump It Up will be available in the next few minutes. And then Get Something from the Room has been redeemed too. But we have others, so give us a go. Ah, Jerry!
Oh, Jerry.
Well timed, my friend. I love it.
I gotta say, this is my favorite redeem of yours. I love this.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I like the way you did. What can I ask you a question?
Sure,
I know you're supposed to be asking me questions, but so what made you decide to go with the Bulls classic dynasty era starting lineup? Do you know that's what that is? Or
I absolutely know that's what that is. Yeah. I mean, if you've seen Last Dance, I think you're familiar with that the whole story, the Bulls' entire run. And are you a Bulls fan too? Like, even though you're in Wisconsin, you could be a Bulls fan.
No, I'm not. Well,
you're more of a Buck fan then, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but I grew up next to the family I grew up next to us.
Mm-hmm.
They were originally from Schaumburg.
Oh.
And so they were huge Bears, Bulls.
Okay.
Cubs fans.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm of an age that I was pretty much in high school when MJ was in his prime.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a lot of propaganda, Bulls propaganda.
And this was at the height of their powers too, right? Oh, that had to have been annoying.
Yeah, they were. They were.
Oh, I can't even.
And the Bucks were terrible.
Right.
And the Brewers were terrible.
Useless back
then.
then.
The Packers were terrible. Everyone was terrible.
So this was just a few years before Favre kind of hit his prime, right? So we're talking. Yeah. That's right. Just before that.
So like.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh man, yeah, that would have been tough. That would have been rough. That first three-peat era, basically. But yeah, I'm absolutely familiar. I mean, anybody who grew up in the 90s or at some part of the 90s would know about the Bulls and that song, and that's their song. And like that was, and it was such a big song that all the other teams started trying to use it, and then they're like, it wasn't as good because it's like it's not the same. Like just because you can't be the you can't be the Bucks and then use the song.
You got to do your own. Yeah, you got to do your own thing. You can't just copy ours. Nobody's gonna know.
It just makes it worse.
Yeah. Like, not only are we not cool, we can't even come up with something on our own. We have to steal someone else's.
And now at forward, Wally Zerbiak. It's like, who cares? It's like, oh my God. All right, so with that in mind, we got Bombastic Fantastic Romantic. Thank you so much for the follow. That is phenomenal. Thank you for joining the Sandwich Club or the Sam Fam or the Sandwichers. We are all here for you. We're glad to have you. Thanks for joining us. If you want to join our Discord too, you can do so right here. Just go to Discord at the link, which I will post in just a minute. There you go. So yes, in the style of the famous, iconic Chicago Bulls introduction, I was inspired to do a similar thing. And the purpose behind it, I never really explained this before, was just to get the chat a shout out, basically. Like everybody, we always shout out other streamers, we shout out the guests, we shout out other people who stream, but I'm like, let's shout out the chat. So to do so,
I think it's a phenomenal idea.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, and I'm really thankful it's worked out. I'm really glad people have gotten excited about it. Like that's really great. So I owe you very much for that. Oh, hey, Tiger Lily. There he is, Tiger Lily. How you doing? Woo. It's good to see you. Nice to see you, Tiger Lily. Oh my goodness, that's terrific. Yeah, hello. All right, so folks, so if you want to be in the starting lineup tonight, exclamation point lineup, and then we will read your name on the air in basketball starting lineup style, and we do it like this. We're gonna play the music, so exclamation point lineup, and then we'll see you in the lineup hopefully. There we go. There we go. Super cool. Super cool. All right. Anybody else? Sansia founder. Oh, wonderful. That's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you very much for entering the lineup. Okay, we got some people in the lineup. Let's do this. Let's do this. All right. Here we go. And now, the starting lineup for your Davy's Eating a Sandwich Show Chat! Leading off, it may come in a can, it may come in a bottle, but it's ready to top your sandwiches. Cheese Wizard, you! And accompanying Cheese Wizard you in the chat. Far from a kernel, Soggy Cinder. Unless you are a kernel, then I stand corrected. And from sunny San Diego, keeping it classy, the Troller-in-Chief, Rahomo. And one of the friends of the CDub Club joining us in the chat. One might even say he's not just Jerry, he's cute Jerry! And also in the chat, probably part of the CDub Club, I believe, as well. This person may get salty, Sunbum Salt Live! And sauntering in casually into the lineup, our good friend, Tiger Lily 1551! And lastly but not leastly, our collab guest tonight, streaming guitar vibes and marbles bowls from the Cream City. Really, I've been saying the Cream City is really more like Madison, Wisconsin, but it's from the great cheese state, cdubguitar! Ladies, gentlemen, and non-binaries, your Davy's Eating a Sandwich Show Chat! Cynthia says, oops, I forgot to make the cut. Not true. Look, this person is one with plants and ready to stream occasional music. Give it up for Cynthia Cotner! And doing most of the wild work tonight, Rahomo and Jamie. Woo! Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you very much. Special shout-outs also to the boy in the bar, too, and everybody else in the chat. And my sister Christy's caught. So good to catch up with all y'all. Very much fun. Oh, you're welcome. Cynthia Cotner, LL, thanks. You're welcome. Yeah, thanks very much, everybody. So we still have some of the deems. Okay, we got a lot of catching up to do. Oh, my goodness. all right. So we still got to do... What do we have left? Sunbum Salt Life. Okay, Sunbum Salt Life. Sunbum Salt Life has redeemed Davey Roast to you. Sunbum Salt Life, your name is a bum, but you are not a bum. You are wonderful. You are a mate. You are... You're no bum. You're special. Because without you, this chat would not be what it is tonight. You've had some good zingers in the chat, and for that reason, I think you're far from a bum. Your name is inaccurate because you're awesome. His reaction, the reaction from some of those. This is a weird roast.
Nice freeze there.
I love the freeze. Sick burn. Yeah, I love the freeze. You know what? I think that's the thing.
Are you okay, Sunbum? Yeah.
Are you okay? That was harsh. That's a new command. Freeze. You've been frozen XYZ times. That's not a bum. I love that. Tiger Lily. Okay. The last one in our queue is the Mentos Trick, also from Sunbum Salt Life. Thank you for the redeem, Sunbum. Let's do it. All right. So.
Oh, good. I love this trick.
I do too. It's a revival of a thing that was going on in the 2000s, and
yes.
This is a very fun. It's fun to do. It can get messy, but it's worth it for me. I have a lot of fun with it. So, the trick begins with some Mentos. For those of you unfamiliar, we put it in some diet soda. Tonight's entry is a Diet Pepsi. I cannot for the life of me find Diet Coke bottles in the store. I don't know what's going on.
Really?
There. That's a weird. It's been going on for months too.
Well, it's started with the toilet paper, and now it's moved on to Diet Coke. That's just how it is, you know.
Let's see. Yeah, Jamie says the only YouTube video I ever posted was Mentos in a 2-liter soda. I want to see that.
Awesome. Yeah.
Put
your
that,
mod, send the link, Jamie.
Put that in the Discord, Jamie. I want to see that. Okay, so here it is. Here's the Diet Pepsi and the Mentos. If we, this Mentos bottle really wants to act up tonight. I'll put it over here. Let me get this a little closer. Oh, you don't know where it is?
Oh!
Woo. Oh, we had a good one tonight. Wow.
Yeah.
Nicely done. All right. So thank you for the redeem, Sunbum Salt Life. Nicely done. And a good one at that.
That was really good.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much. I got one left over, so I'll get to eat it. Good stuff.
So I have a Mentos story that I tell on my stream sometimes.
Oh, okay. Let's hear it.
So one of the songs that I do on my song list is Big Me by the Foo Fighters.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you remember any of their videos when they first started. Like the first couple albums, they always had weird videos. Like that's kind of what they were known for.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
And so the video for this song was like a fake Mentos commercial. Like, do you remember those Mentos commercials?
I love the Mentos commercial. Yeah. They're so cheeky.
Where they were all cheeky. Like, yeah. So they did a whole video like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was a pretty popular song.
Yeah, essentially, you're right. It's fresh and full of life.
Exactly. The freshest. Or what? No, wait, was it?
The Fresh Maker.
That's what it was. Yeah, the Fresh Maker. And so people would start bringing Mentos to shows, and when they'd play that song, they'd throw them up on stage. Well, as I'm sure you can imagine, but maybe never thought of, having 15,000 people throw Mentos at you can hurt. And so they were like, stop, people, stop. Don't throw the Mentos. It actually hurts when we get hit in the head with them. And, you know, they have those plastic rolls, and people just throw it all up there. And so they basically stopped playing it live. They took it off the set list because they couldn't convince their fans to just not throw shit on stage.
Oh, that's the oh my gosh, that's gnarly.
Yeah, and so then finally, like, I don't know, maybe I don't even know what time frame, but you know, fast forward a bunch of years later, and they're doing like a VH1 special performance thing. I think it was on the show Storytellers.
I remember that show, yeah.
Yeah, and so he told that story, and Dave Grohl told that story, and then they proceeded to play it, and he said it was like the first time they've performed that song live since, 1998 or something ridiculous like that. So I always thought that was really funny.
It is really funny, and I hope he got through that subsequent that performance years later without any Mentos in his head.
Right. Yes, there were no Mentos.
Oh, okay. Good
and
for
actually,
him.
when I saw him live a couple years ago. They actually played it. He told a really short version of that story, and and said, I think we're finally to the point where the crowd won't do that anymore. so we've opened it back up into the live show. But
well, if he says it like that, it's just going to egg him on to start throwing them again. Right. So time will tell on that. But it's nice that they settled down. That's so great. CDub, I can tell just from that poster in the back that Foo Fighters is one of your all-time favorite bands.
Yes.
Who are your others?
I would say Foo Fighters is number one.
Okay.
Metallica is another big one.
Okay.
Nirvana, Alice in Chains. Like, I'm a huge grunge guy, so Alice in Chains, Stone Temple Pilots, Soundgarden, all of that sort of era is really my wheelhouse. But of bands that are like still putting out music and performing on a large scale, I would say probably the Foo Fighters and Metallica are my two biggest.
I think it's great, and it shows in your set list, in your song list, because when you play those songs, those sound really good, and it just means that you love those songs and know them so well. So it tracks for me. That's really cool.
Yep. Another one that's more of a smaller musician. He's still like they used to tour nationally, but since the pandemic they haven't. Is Roger Clyne and the Peacemakers?
Okay.
So they had a band in the '90s called the Refreshments, and they had a one hit wonder basically that I have on my song list. But then they also did the theme song for the show The King of the Hill, if you know that show.
Oh, that's why I thought that name was familiar. So the
Yep.
So that's the band that does that song. That's a great band. Then.
So that was the band. Yeah. So that was the band that did that song. They had one other big hit, that Banditos, which I also love because it makes Star Trek references in the song, and I mean, how can you not root for that? Because I'm also a big sci-fi nerd. And so I've followed his career. The band broke up, but he started another band with I think the same guitarist. I don't know, they've changed band members over the time, but it's much more low key. Like his new band is sort of like a Southwest version of I can't think of the guy's name right now. Margaritaville.
Oh, a Southwest version of Jimmy Buffett.
Jimmy Buffett, yes. Okay. So like a Tex-Mex Jimmy Buffett. And so I dig it because it's got more rock, because he's, obviously that King of the Hill song is much more, rock guitar driven type of music, but it's also got like, his songs will be about like he broke up with the girlfriend, so he went to Mexico and went fishing, or he's on a ranch, stuff like that. So it's got that sort of country, like, laid back, I don't get too worried about anything kind of vibe, but the music is much more my taste than maybe like Jimmy Buffett is.
Well, it has taste. I think that's the beginning of... No, just kidding.
Well, I mean, I didn't want to offend you if you're a big Jimmy Buffett fan.
No, that's why I said that. I don't want to get too crazy on that tangent because, as you said, I know there are people who are, so I don't want to lose friends over that. So like, he's not my favorite. That's my point. But
yes,
but I get that he has fans and that he connects with them, and I appreciate that. That's as far as I'll go.
Right. Yeah. Seems fair.
Yeah. Sensei says the South Park Primus is Primus. Is that true? I remember Primus.
Yes, I think so.
Oh, okay. Oh, how about that? Yeah, it's a wacky theme. Yeah, that sounds on brand. Yeah, Primus would do that. Yeah, so, okay, so folks in the chat, we would like to now invite you to ask some questions of us. I'm going to open the queue. Give the mods a little bit of a breather here. So the queue is open, and that means it's time for America's favorite moment in Twitch broadcasting.
Do the dance. It's time for random questions. Great stuff. Ask us anything.
All right, let's get to it. Random questions time with our friend cdubguitar. And if you have a question for our friend CDub, enter it into the chat using the command !question and the question itself. So write it all in the same line, and we'll take up your questions in the queue. Should be really fun. No right. Faith. Faith no more? Or just...
I think because we were questioning him.
Oh, earlier.
Yeah.
They might... Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yes. They Might Be Giants.
No, that I remember, yeah. Band. Malcolm in the Middle. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And what theme song did the Bare Naked Ladies do?
They did Big Bang.
That is correct. Ding.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a fan of theirs as well.
Yeah. Good band.
Good band.
Solid band. That song, like, the one everybody talks about is If I Had $1 Million.
Yep.
Yeah. That's a good song. That's a fun song.
Yep. I'm working on, well, I think I actually did it on last week on Friday, but I'm working on one of their holiday songs for my holiday show on Wednesday night.
Very nice.
Because they released a whole holiday / Christmas album, Hanukkah, with some other Canadian musicians. I know for sure Michael Bublé's on it. I think Sarah McLachlan maybe does a song with them on it.
Mm-hmm.
But then they have some originals, and one of them is really funny. It's called Elf's Lament.
Ooh.
So it's a song about Christmas from the perspective of an elf up at Santa's workshop, and how he wants to, break out from just being someone who makes toys. So it's funny.
That is, I gotta listen to that. Luther's in the chat. Jedi Master 4559 is in the chat. Now this fellow has magic in his fingers. I heard it last night when he was on with Composy. They do collab streams from time to time. A fantastic jazz pianist. Please give Jedi Master 4559 a follow up above right there in the link. Really good. You smashed it last night, Jedi. It was a great job on with Composy last night. It got me in the mood for Christmas because it was a jazzy vibe. That's just like the best kind of Christmas to me. Like it's so chic and swinging. I really thought you did a great job. And you did the previous time too when I saw you with Composy last time too. Yeah, 100%. Well, thank you for joining the Sandwich Show. I'm truly honored to have your presence. That's really great. Oh my goodness, Sir Swimmy, thank you for the gift sub.
All right.
Gift sub to Jedi Master 4559. Wonderful. Thank you, just Turbo Swim. Well, Swimmy, let's give you another shout out. I'm gonna do that now. But super cool to see you. Okay, so folks, if we do get a hype train in this hour, I will take a bite out of this enormous piece of chocolate goo. I'll show you again. This whole thing. This mess. I'll try to take a chomper out of that if we get to the hype train this hour. But we'll see. So
are they just milk chocolate, or do they have like different fillings? Like, how much of a mashup is this?
No, I think they got fill-ins. I really do.
Oh boy!
I think this is like these candies and things. Yeah. So,
yeah, that could really get interesting.
It could get very interesting. Just eat it anyway. I might. We'll see. We'll see how the rest of the hour goes. Before we get to questions, I'm going to shout out Carly Sings. The reason I'm shouting out Carly Sings because A, she's a great friend of the channel, really good friend of the Sandwich Show. But B, Carly Sings is going to be on the front page tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock Eastern time.
Oh, no way.
That's a huge honor. Yeah, isn't it great?
That's very cool.
I'm really cool. I'm pumped for her. I I don't have to get up early tomorrow, but I'm gonna because I think that's important. I do want to say hi and congratulate her for that. So, go check out Carly Sings tomorrow. It's gonna be great. Super great.
Thanks for sharing that.
Absolutely. You're welcome. You're very welcome.
That out too.
All right, let's get to the questions. All right, so we got a lot of questions in the queue. Let's see what we have tonight. First question is from me, and my question to you is Kirk or Picard?
I'm a Picard guy.
Ooh, okay. Cool,
Yep.
cool.
I am definitely Picard.
I like that because, like, it would be. I think it's like the popular thing to say, "Oh, well, Kirk is the best because he's the first," and blah 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 blah. But Picard is cool. I think it's a good.
Yeah, Picard is cool, and he's. I mean, he's more nuanced than Kirk was. I think
Mm-hmm.
Swimmy knows.
Yeah, Picard is the only answer. Yeah, there it is. I dig it. 10 a.m. Eastern for the Carly Sings front page appearance. I'll double check that just to make sure. I don't think it'd be 7. That'd be crazy. But
right?
Yeah. No. It should be your time, Jamie. 10 a.m. your time. 10 a.m. your time. I'll confirm. But I believe that's correct. Yeah. Anyway, let's get to the next question. Let's see. Cute Jerry. What would you do if you didn't do music?
Oh, that's a good question. I think, I think I would probably play more video games and do more things like that are still sort of interactive. But I don't know. Like, as far as like something creative, I have thought about writing before, so maybe I'd write short stories or something.
Ooh.
I'm not sure.
It's pretty good. Yeah. Oh, yeah, and I confirmed it is 10 a.m. Eastern time. 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. That is a great run.
That's a really good time slot.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's a good time slot for sure. You're going to get she should get quite a lot of people tomorrow, so I'm very happy for her. She's earned that for sure. Okay.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, that is sweet. Okay. Next up, Sunbum Salt Life. Will you ever fire Jamie?
Probably not.
I appreciate your straight-laced answer and diplomacy. That was well played. Good execution, CDub. Very well done. There's no reason to. Jamie's awesome. So.
Right? Besides, she offers to quit like a couple times a month usually. So
really?
One of those times I'll just take her up on it. And technically, I wouldn't have fired her.
Speaks the truth, my friends. Yeah. No, I would never, because Jamie's a mod over here too. I would never fire Jamie. No. Jamie's done so much. No. She's been great. She's a great friend. And it's also fun talking sports with her, and even point spreads at certain points of the day. But
yep.
Yeah, so we appreciate.
Funny. So, serious story. Funny story about Jamie.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously, funny story about Jamie. I don't know. I don't know if I would have even made it to Twitch if I didn't know Jamie, because I had been talking to her. Well, I was, I sort of told you with my streaming journey. I was on Facebook, and then I expanded to YouTube, and at one point, Jamie had one of our other Gravy friends, Enzo. Yeah, he was streaming on Twitch, and so she was watching him, and she noticed that there were musicians out there too. So she was like, "Hey, she asked me, can the software I'm using to multi-stream, can it stream to Twitch too?" She's like, "You should try it, just to add it in there." And so yeah, I created my channel and added that as a third multi-stream, and there you go. So I legit might not be here right now if it wasn't for her. So it'd be hard for me to turn around and fire her after that.
That's so well said. What a great story, though. I mean, and then Enzo being in the mix too, which is really, really fun. But you just mentioned the point about multi-streaming, and this is something only a guy with an IT background would ever follow up on, but on a show like this. But,
oh, awesome. Bring it.
But the thing is that I know at some point you had to stop doing that, because I know it's very much frowned upon. When you made that when did you make that realization, and do you feel like you would go back if you had the opportunity?
No, I wouldn't go back. Just because Twitch gives... No other platform that I'm aware of right now has the kind of community that Twitch does for music. So, I was certainly getting more viewers on Facebook, but there wasn't really anywhere to grow. It was literally just friends and family, right?
Yep.
And and there's also no real way to monetize anything. So, you know, I certainly don't do this as my primary profession right now, but that was probably the biggest. Those two things were the biggest things. Seeing how the community supports each other, and you know, basically once I learned what raids were and how they worked, I was like, hey, this is pretty cool. And just seeing the amount of growth I was able to get of people that weren't related to me or didn't know me in any other fashion, I think those were the things that really made me decide to want to push towards becoming an affiliate. And then once you're an affiliate, yeah, you're not supposed to, you can't multi-stream, and you're not even supposed to like upload your YouTube VODs for 24 hours.
Wait, is that true?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Oh, don't tell me.
Oh, shh. I didn't say that part out loud.
I mean, it's pretty close. Oops. Okay.
I mean, I don't know that they ever. I haven't heard of anyone ever following up on that piece of it. But
okay.
But you aren't supposed to multi-stream, and so once, because I started streaming like on a regular basis in May-June timeframe of 2020, and through that summer of 2020, I pretty much just streamed like once a week for maybe an hour or two, and in the fall is when I really started pushing to more regular streams and a bit longer. And so that's when I started getting a little more traction in Twitch and started figuring out like, oh, what's this affiliate thing all about, and all that. And yeah, I can't really see going back. I mean, I think it would almost have to be some sort of other platform that I'd move to at this point. But right now there isn't one that I know of. So,
yeah.
Hey, Brussels Girl.
Brussels Girl. Hi. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to jump in on you, but yeah, we both are excited to see you here, Brussels Girl. Welcome in. Good to see you again. Come on down. I could not have said that any better. I agree with every single part of what you said. Like that. The community is what really makes Twitch what it is to me.
Right.
And I
yeah,
love it.
The community. I think the combination of the community and their raids. I mean, the raids are just like, as far as I know, almost 100% unique in streaming.
Yeah.
And it's such a great way. I think they go hand in hand. Like, I think part of the reason the community is so tight is because we can raid each other. And I think, I also think that it allows someone who's maybe at a smaller, you know, like not a full-time musician, not a, you know, not really a pro, to be able to feel like they're a part of something and to really be involved with something. And it's been really super rewarding for me.
Yeah, that's super good. It's been rewarding for me too, I'll say. I mean, I remember you were talking about how you were going in not thinking, you know, not seeing much of not having high expectations, and I thought,
yeah.
And listen, I used to do, I mean, I've been doing, before this, I was doing like a sports show, and that would be on like Facebook and YouTube and so on, and I would barely get anybody on there, you know, just, it's very simple. It's almost literally what you just said. Like, it's like your friends, and then like people you know, your family maybe.
Right.
Twitch really gives us like an amazing, like, a discovery, and
yeah.
And I'm grateful for it. It's just incredible. Like, I even like my group right now, like with 400 followers, I just can't believe it. Like, I'm like, you guys are following me around. That's great. Right? I appreciate you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, I mean, what the heck? I have merch. Like, no. Like, what?
Oh my goodness! Let me take a look at that. Let's get the
blows my mind.
A CDub mug. I want that.
Yeah, CDub mug. I have some CDub.
Jamie
shirts.
Linkus. Like, this is great. I gotta see that. Add that to my collection. Yeah. But that's so cool. But you're right. And that's what makes it great. And for however long it lasts, I think we're gonna soak it in. I think it's really a great time. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. I mean, you don't. I have no crystal ball or no like, hey, I think this is where it's going. I'm just kind of enjoying the ride right now.
Yeah. It's not, enjoying the now.
Sentia, what you say that there's no inherent competitive nature, not as much downside to showing your fans. Yeah, exactly. I think that's a big part of it.
That is.
There's, clearly none of us are going to be streaming 24/7. So, hey, here's some other cool people that I like that also stream similar things. Maybe you'll like them too. And, like I said, as far as I know, there aren't any other streaming platforms that let you do that.
Yeah, that's true. Like I think the closest thing to that could have been Mixer, that the one that Microsoft ran.
Yep.
Possibly, but I can't even speak to that because I never was on it. I have no idea, but I remember there were musicians on there too. That's like the only thing I can remember about it. But so it's definitely a unique place. And just to give you an idea of where we came from, like we should get to the next question. I'm sorry, but just to show you where we came from, we used to like have people go on Periscope to broadcast music shows. And do you remember Periscope? That was it was good. It was a product of its time for sure. Like I tried it a couple times. Like it's okay, I guess. But
yeah, no, I did. So in what year was it? Either 2018 or 2019. I had a show. So I had a show planned at this resort on the Wisconsin River, and it got rained out because there was a big thunderstorm coming through. It was going to rain all day, potentially severe weather, right? And so it got canceled. And so I'm like, well, I'm all jazzed up, because I only do 2 or 3 gigs a year. So I was really pumped up to do this, and it fell apart. And so I remember I took my phone and like hung it up on a hanger or something. So I had that and just played. And, I think maybe like 13 people came or whatever, but that was what we were doing. That's all we had. And I had no idea like this was out there at the time or even like Mixer or anything else.
Right. No, I mean, it was a very basic service compared to Twitch. It really was. But it was, like I said, it was good for its time. But it was definitely very, very rudimentary. But we are in a good place now. And here comes my sister, Christy's Coffee, and her raid crew. Yeah! Pump it up! Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Let me go ahead and bring you all in, all right? Christy's Coffee, hello. I predict the riot. I predict the riot. Oh, riot. I predict the riot. I predict the riot. Yes, Christy, come on in. It's so good to see you. How was your stream tonight? And for those of you reading in from Christy's Coffee Cafe members, my name is Davey. I am Davey's Eating a Sandwich. And I have a talk show called The Sandwich Show, and each week we feature somebody from Twitch and get to interview them. Tonight we're fielding random questions as we speak, and for those of you who just joined us, you can ask a question too by writing !question followed by the question itself. And on the right side of the screen is our friend cdubguitar. CDub, say hello to our friends from Christy's Coffee.
Hello, how are y'all doing tonight?
So great. Breaded pigeons, I predict the right. You predict correctly. Yes. Welcome in. It's so good to see you two breaded pigeons. Let's give Christy a shout.
I recognize some names from Friday night.
I do too. So let's see. Did we get Christy a shout out? Yes, we did. Thank you very much, Jamie. And Christy, if any of you guys want to check out cool like arts and crafts and just good variety streaming, my sister Christy's Coffee does it. Give Christy a follow because she's just a fun person to hang out with, and her peeps are fun too. there are peeps that her friends are my friends. We really have a lot in common in that area. So, what did you do tonight? How was your stream tonight, Christy? What were you up to? So good to see you. Thank you for the raid call. Christy's Coffee is here. Pump it up. Nixie D, it's nice to meet you. My name's Davey, and I hope you're doing all right out there. I might have met you before in her chat, actually. But either way, welcome to the Sandwich Show. It's good to have you here. And we'll keep going. Let's keep going with the questions, too. All right. So, let's see. Next, from Turbo Swim. What first made you gravitate toward music? If not music, what would be your hobby/passion?
Sure. So, I've always been kind of musical. Like, even when I was a young kid, I always liked to dance and sing and just kind of do those kind of things. And I also like to create. But for example, I'm a terrible artist. Like, I can't draw to save my life. I'm colorblind, so I can't paint to save my life. And so music was always something that I could kind of do and seem to have a bit of an affinity for. And so yeah, I was just kind of drawn to it that way.
Oh, pardon. I took Jillian's advice and put the arrow in my mouth, and you really did come up the works a little bit. It's hard to open my mouth. Sorry about that, CDub.
I need to give a longer answer. Is that what you're saying?
It's all good. It's all good. Mangawa. Oh, I'll have to take a look. Rahoma, can you investigate that message for me? If it's a legit link, go ahead and post it. If not, we'll just let it go. But thank you.
I'm sure it's not.
Oh, it's probably not. Band Mangawa, reason big follows.
Yep. Okay,
right on. Thank you. Thanks for that, everybody. Okay, so I appreciate you. Let's get to the next question. So those of you from Christie's Coffee, if you have a question, exclamation point question followed by the question itself, and we'll answer them in order to close out our show and close out 2021. We've had a great year here on the Sandwich Show, and I'm honored you could be our final guest of the year. That'd be fun.
I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
I think it's great. Thank you so much for having me on. I really appreciate it.
I'm glad to do it. You've been great. You've been very supportive, and I think let's get to the next questions, and then I'll ask you a little bit about the raid, about Help Wonder, because I think that was a really good cause.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, you bet.
But first, from Soggy Sander, who is your favorite NFL team that's not the Packers?
Oh boy, that's a good question. Honestly, I don't really have one. I just like I have teams I don't like. I don't like the Vikings. I don't really like the Cowboys. I don't like the Bears. I'm honestly a little ambivalent about the Lions, even though they're in the division, because they're the Lions. I mean, gotta feel sorry for them at some point.
Look at the
but
chat.
Mostly I see. Hi, Stuart. But mostly I would, I say I gravitate more towards liking to watch good games and liking to watch good players. Like I like watching a lot of the young quarterbacks are exciting. Like Lamar Jackson. You know, like obviously I wouldn't have enjoyed it if he was playing yesterday, but like I like watching him. I like watching Mahomes. I like watching the kid from Arizona. I can't think of his name right now. Kyler Murray. And I like watching football, NFL football, and so I watch most of the other teams.
Mm-hmm. No, that's really great. I think that's sort of a move that a lot of people do with the NBA. It's like, if I'm not rooting for my team, I'm rooting for players who are really good and they're fun to watch. And I think it's
exactly
a very similar scenario with
It sounds cliche, but if it's not the Packers, I'm rooting for a good game. Like, you don't want to see like that. We watched a little of the end of that Browns Raiders game while you and I were getting ready for the stream, and watching the first half of that game was painful. It was just,
it was. That's true.
It wasn't good football.
No.
And so that's, you just hope for a good game, something exciting, and that the Vikings lose. So
Yeah.
pretty simple formula.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see. Yeah, Raiders whoop whoop. Cindy, Prusso Girl is Cindy. Prusso Girl is Cindy. Nice to meet you, Cindy. I'm adding some. I reopened the queue because I know we need to get the Raiders to jump in on some questions. So feel free to ask a question. Exclamation point question followed by the question itself. This will be the last call for questions, and then we'll close it up tonight, and we'll find someone to raid. So let's do it. All right. Yeah, thank you for getting that in. Thank you for getting that in, Modfather. All right. This question from Cheese Whiz asks, "Will you ever do a cooking stream?"
Probably not. I'm a very messy. I'm pretty much messy in everything I do, but I'm especially messy cooking, and so I think it has a high probability of disaster.
All right.
If I tried to do a cooking stream,
But that would make it more fun. Like, we would enjoy that.
well, maybe. Well, we'll see.
Okay, we'll see. Sounds good. Cheese Whiz says do it.
Cheese Whiz.
I say do it too. I say do it as well. Good stuff. Okay, so let's go to the next question. This is from Cindy. Cindy, a.k.a. Prusso Girl, or Prusso Girl. Who is your biggest influence regarding musicians? Biggest influence?
I think Dave Grohl,
Ah,
the lead singer of the Foo Fighters and drummer from Metallica. I sometimes joke that he's my spirit animal. Like if I could, if you're playing that game where you sort of like, hey, you know, if you could be anyone, who would you wish to be, or whose life would you like to have? I think, you know, he'd be my answer every time, because he's a smart guy. He's not just a knucklehead. He's made some amazing music over the course of his career. He's still going. You know, he hasn't flamed out. He hasn't burned out. So yeah, I would think that's my answer.
mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that. He's a really cool guy. He's got some really wacky videos too. Occasionally, I've seen some from a long time ago. Like, like there was the one about coffee. Like, he was just on coffee. Like, so much coffee.
Yeah. Yeah. He's like totally, like going crazy on the caffeine.
And it showed, my friend. It showed.
Oh yeah.
Soggy
Well,
Sand.
then Soggy mentioned the Hanukkah videos. So I don't know how many years they've done this, but the last couple years they've done these Hanukkah videos, which are hilarious. And really well done. I mean, not just hilarious, but well done as well. His daughter was on. She sang one of the songs. She's also super, super talented.
That's great. Yeah, I think that's one of the things that I like about him the most is that he's got a great sense of humor, and he really does. Like,
right?
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
really
exactly.
cool. It makes someone that much more appealing. But yeah, it looks like everybody in the chat saw them. That's great. I will now officially close the queue so that we can go find someone to raid. Hopefully,
All right.
it's someone that one of our friends. Hopefully, we can go and say hello. This question from Modfather: who is the third receiver to get 2,500 yards in their first 2 seasons?
Yeah, I honestly have no idea. I'm guessing he wants like it to be Randy Moss or something, or Jefferson. I don't know. I
was thinking that too. I was thinking, Michael Ellery Media. Hello, nice to meet you. How are you doing tonight? Come on in. Yes, welcome. It happened tonight. Did it really? So someone in this game then? Would it have been?
Oh,
who would it have been? Jefferson?
So it's probably Jefferson.
Yeah, it's got to be Jefferson, right? Yeah.
I'll be honest. I am not into the statistics and like numbers of sports, like any of the sports, baseball, like yeah. So someone, you know, like there are some that are like pretty cool, but most of the records, I'm not really a big numbers guy that way.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah. But it looks like that's the guy. And Jamie says, I liked Randy Moss when he was on the Patriots. And Michael Ellery Media, hey, doing well. How's it going? It's going well. I'm so glad you're back. Welcome in. Yeah. We're interviewing our friend CDubguitar, who is a very cool guitar streamer. Why don't you give him a follow if you wouldn't mind. Here's a little bit more about our friend CDub in the chat. Fitness Scout 2012. It's been a minute. How are you? Hi, Sandwich Crew. Hi, Fitness Scout. What's new with you? I hope you're doing well. Thank you for the emotes. Let's see, Stuart Hayek. Name your favorite team's receiver. First was Moss. Oh yeah, Jefferson and Moss. Oh, that's really interesting. That's cool.
Yeah.
Do you just mean name your receiver,
Right.
or just name? Because I could do that. That's easy.
Well, no, I think he was implying that the Vikings were our favorite team, so clearly we'd just name our favorite team's receiver.
I know. He was also saying, like, when you were asking what's your other favorite team, and he said, say Moss. Say Moss. Say Moss.
Say
Moss.
Say Moss. Say Moss. Yeah, exactly.
So great. So I met Michael Ellery last night. We raided into him from Ziggy in Korea. Like, we raided us over to his channel. So he's got very cool, like, I think he does like all sorts of like loops and things like that. Like,
awesome.
Kind of working with Pro Tools and things. Like, it is pretty good. So
that's very cool.
Yeah,
that's something I don't know basically anything about.
Mm-hmm.
I have zero like musical production experience at all. I mean, obviously we talked about I'm in IT, so I'm a tech guy. So I'm sure I could figure out the software pieces of it.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I don't know anything about producing music, and that's something. One of my goals in 2022 is to release an EP. So I need to figure out how I'm going to do that. So watching other people that already know how to do that is very cool. So I'm going to give him a follow as well.
Oh, 100%.
Thank you for following.
Yeah, thank you for following
Michael.
the Sandwich Show, and thank you for following. Did he follow you too? That's great.
He did, yeah.
That's super cool, Michael. Really great to have your company tonight. Composing and producing, yeah, it sounds pretty good too. It's pretty fresh. It was nice to hang out with you. I'll be looking to look up for you again at some point. Like, some of those channels are great for that purpose, you know. Yeah, they're vibes, man, and he's got a vibe. It's a good one. So. Hyper says music production is easy. Yeah, not as easy. Well, I think he's being sarcastic because I think he's in on it too. That's right, Hyper, you are.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah. Christy's Coffee. I didn't know so many of our friends were in IT. True story. And another one in IT. Our friend Jason L. Rush, I think, is also in IT. I believe.
Oh, is he? Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Well, and
Jillian
and Stuart are both in IT. Or I don't know if Stuart is, but Jillian is for sure.
Yeah. Jillian is.
Stuart was. I don't know if he still is.
Yeah, right. Fair question. Hyper says after 20 years it's easy. LOL. Yeah.
Yeah, right. I'm sure. Well, and if you need me to explain to you why your email went to spam, that's easy for me too.
Yeah, I love it. Like if you write an email with nothing in the subject line, that's usually going to go to spam. That's always
right.
That's often a source for that happening. Yeah, and so is David. That's right. I mentioned that. I mentioned that earlier in the show. You're right, Christy. Yep, I am in that field too.
Yeah.
So there are advantages that come with having a background in IT, and the biggest one is that you can work out things like OBS a little bit easier. It comes a little bit easier, right? Like so. Was that your experience?
Yeah, and I think a lot of it is just sort of that you're not afraid to just kind of try things.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I think so many times people freak out and like, oh, I don't want to click anything because I might click the wrong thing, and then they don't even read and sort of process what's in front of them. But yeah, I definitely think I don't want to ask how old you are or anything, Davey, but I definitely think we're of an age, it seems like, that if it's really good to be in technology, because technology is in everything.
Yeah.
There's really nowhere you can go anymore that you don't have to interact with some kind of technology. And so having a little leg up on that is not too bad. Yeah, and then there are folks like, see, Jamie, that's why I still have a job, because people like you. I just click everything and hope for the best.
Yeah, it's true. That is why we have jobs. It's like you get annoyed at folks and who staffers who just like click it, who like, oh, let me just open this attachment in the email that I've never heard of before.
Why did you click that link and then put in your password?
My computer not loading anything. But let's see, Ramos is help. I tried to buy Big Follow, and now my computer won't start.
Exactly.
That's good.
Exactly.
And can we give I'm going to give a mod love command, folks in the chat. Mod love, please. These folks have been so much for us, and they continue to do a lot for us, and they keep us out of trouble. That means a lot. That really does. Just click it all. Let's see, and then yeah, Stuart Hayek said IT is the sexiest job. Yeah, sure, it
really is.
Sure is. Absolutely.
I mean, you know, I had to take a step down to become a rock star from IT. You know, just clearly.
Absolutely. It's too much heat for the ladies, just being an IT guy.
Right? Yeah.
Just dial it back a notch. Make yourself more accessible.
Dial it back. Yeah, I just had to dial it back to rock star. Yeah.
Good. Oh, Michael Ellery, have you tried turning it off and on again? That'll be $300.
Yes.
That's how we make money, man. That's how we make money.
I used to joke that Bill, I don't necessarily like Microsoft, but Bill Gates pays the bills. So.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those deals, like nature of the beast. Yeah, would you say? Yeah, I would say so too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Let's see. Stuart says, women asking me to crawl under their desk when nothing is wrong. I hear you, Stuart. I hear you. Let's see. We have one more question from Christie's Coffee. This will be a good one to end on. Okay. All right. Big question. CDub, how did the twerking bit come up on the karaoke night? Is that something that was spontaneous, or has it been a running joke for a while?
Gosh. So I gotta honestly think about it, because it's just become its own thing now. I can't even remember how it started, but I think Stuart was saying that, yeah, so the mod father was saying for X amount of money, that first night we did karaoke with you, Davey, you know, we were trying to get you to do more and more ridiculous songs, right?
Absolutely.
And I think he threw out there that he wanted to see someone twerk, and I can't remember if I said, okay, well, you got to, you know, get Davey to 2,000 bits or whatever the next one was. Yeah, and he just did it.
He did.
He just like instantly put the, you know, he blew whatever thing arbitrary number I threw out there. He blew it out of the water. And so I just went for it. I mean, one of the things I think, not to make this a deep question, because after all, it's about twerking, but one of the things I like to do on both on my stream and like in the karaoke nights is just, it's never be like, I'm never going to be mean to someone or degrading or anything like that. But as far as having fun, kind of anything goes. I mean, life is too short to get caught up on worrying about who sees you twerk online. And so I just go for it, you know? And I kind of I try to bring that same energy into my music streams. That's one of the reasons, one of the big things we do every stream is new songs. So songs that I've never either have never played before or I'm just learning that aren't on the song list yet. And you know, sometimes they come off terrible. I'm not gonna lie. Some songs I'm just not good at, or they don't fit my voice, or maybe they're too complex for my guitar abilities, or whatever the case may be. But you know, we just go for it and have fun. And I think that's you know, that's my goal on all my streams, is to have fun with folks.
And I think it works really well. I think that's super great. And I feel like I adopt a very similar policy in
exactly,
that
yes.
Don't take yourself too seriously.
And you know, I think that's one of the reasons why I always love to come on the karaoke shows because you have that same mentality. It's
well, thank you for that. Yeah.
We're here to have fun, and hopefully you'll be entertained.
I think we've done a good job with the entertaining part.
If not, well, I was going to say, if not, we're at least entertaining each other.
That's true. That is true. We've definitely done that. Oh, my goodness. What a fun ride that's been. It really exceeded expectations because I didn't expect to do more than one. You know, it's funny because the reason we got the first one was because of I think it was 200 or 300. I can't remember at this point. I guess it was 200. Yeah. So we hit 200 followers. I'm like, all right, so the reward is karaoke. And then Irene just jumped on it immediately. She's like, I want to do it on that thing. It's like, all right, let's do it. And then I think it was the night you rated in, right? Like you all rated in with your group.
I think so.
Yeah. And then at some point, this might have been a different stream. I think Boy and Bar rated in a different night, but we got 5 raids that night. It was absolutely bananas. And so,
oh gosh, that's awesome.
It was amazing. It was an amazing night. And so we're like, all right, we're doing this. So we did it. I was reaching out to all of you, and I remember Luis and yourself were big on that. And I was so thrilled. Like already, I'm getting people like, I think that's great. Half Pint Carrie jumped in and said, "Whoa, what is this?
Holy cow.
What in the world did we just get raided by? Whoa, Kenny! Kenny, welcome back to Twitch. You've been gone for a while. How you doing, my friend? Okay, hold on. Oh my goodness, that's so funny. I was seeing him on the screen too. That's so great. Kenny, welcome in. How about a sneak preview for January, folks? Kenny's Prog Rock Jukebox in the house. I predict the riot. I predict the riot. I predict the riot. I predict the riot. And it comes courtesy of Kenny's Prog Rock Jukebox. Can we give our friend Kenny a shout out? Woo! Holy cow. Welcome to the Sandwich Show, everybody. It's nice to meet all of you. My name is Davey. This is CDub. And we are glad to have you here. Let's reopen the queue, folks. Oh my goodness, Kenny, what an unexpected pleasure. I hope you're feeling well. Make sure you follow Davey Proggies. I'll be there. Bingo. Kenny's our next guest on the show. And Kenny is a brilliant musician. Knows 3,000 songs. You heard a lot of them tonight. For those of you rating in from Kenny's Prog Rock Jukebox. An absolute pleasure to have you here. Kenny, thank you so much for joining us. Holy mackerel. And more follows. Thank you for the follows, everybody. Jamie, can you... I think you may have already done it, but I only played about 2,900 tonight. Kenny, I think I saw you had a huge raid, or I heard about it, because I did notice you were on yesterday too. So you've been gone a while, and I hope you're feeling better. I know I'm sorry that you've been feeling under the weather lately, but I'm glad you're doing okay. I'm really glad. We love you, Kenny. Yeah, that's great. Jill Cohen, I think that's awesome. So get to know our friend CDub. He's a guitar streamer as well on Twitch. And thank you for all the follows. Farrell, Helena, Fab Francine, Santatious. Let me open up the queue again so that you all can ask some questions of our friend CDub Guitar, or even me if you'd like. There you go. So exclamation point question followed by the question itself. Look at all these follows we're getting. Fab Francine, thank you for the follow.
Awesome.
Santatious, Brees, Texas, Joe Lopes, Bronx, Don Ray 2, Mama Dukes, New York, Colonel Cougar, Dada Veda, Jill Cohen Music. Wow, that is incredible. Thank you so much. How are you all doing tonight? I hope you enjoyed Kenny's stream. How did the stream go? It sounds like it was a great time. And Kenny said you only played 2,900 songs. Well, listen, even on a down night where there's only 2,900 songs, you've got to pump it up. How's our friend Davey's eating a sandwich doing? What's the sandwich of choice? Tofit! Welcome into the chat. Nice to see you here. Welcome. The sandwich of the week is gone. Again, I'm sorry. But we had a grilled cheese sandwich with bacon. It was a grilled pepper jack cheese sandwich with bacon. It is quite literally the same sandwich I use on this photo when we have our coming up screen. I made it again tonight to bring the program full circle. So that's what I made. I made one just like that. And it was a great time. So nice. Yay, everybody. Always gone well. 100%. I love it. And just to repeat, When we come back, after we wrap up with CDub guitar, we are going to hang out with Kenny's Prog Rock Jukebox, January the 4th. Do not miss it. And then here's your other guests besides Kenny who are coming up. But Kenny's a big one. That's a great get. And I thank you so much, Kenny, for joining us tonight. That is really cool. Shout out your guests, please. Oh, 100%. We should do that too. So our guest tonight, CDub Guitar, who's also a rising star on Twitch. 600 plus, nearly 700 people can't be wrong about our friend CDub Guitar.
Thanks, Davey.
I love you. I love it. So we were just talking about all the things you do on stream. And before we get back to questions, and by the way, exclamation point question followed by the question itself if you want to ask a question. Oh my goodness, Bourbon Suit's here too! Wow! So we're going to also do a show with Burbs pretty soon. We're going to do our chocolate tasting stream as a reward for all of you for hitting 400 follows here on the Sandwich Show. Oh, was that?
Are you going to eat that chocolate?
Oh, uh-oh. Well, we did say we'd do it. You know what? You're right. We don't need the hype train. I think this raid is enormous. I think we're going to have some fun tonight. So, folks,
eat the blob.
We're going to eat the chocolate blob as a reward for everybody coming in here from Kenny's Prog Rock Jukebox. I'll explain what this is. What chocolate blob hype? All right, so here's what happened. Now, we're going to eat much better chocolates on January with Bourbon Soup, but tonight... so a coworker sent me these chocolates as a gift, and this is what I came up with. How they ended up. They all melted in the package, so it just turned into one huge blob. And so, it's time for me to take a bite out of this chocolate blob and just see what this tastes like. All right, so
Presso girl, you noticed that, huh?
He said we. No. I mean. Just me. I'm the only one eating this tonight.
I think I said we too. So.
Oh, no. Fortunately for you all, I'm the only one taking a bite out of this. Not this tonight.
That is impressive.
Well, it's chocolate. I'll tell you that. That was weird. Where are they from? That's a good question, Colonel Cougar. I do not know where they're from. I opened up the package and I forgot to. I kind of threw away the wrapper, so I don't actually know where these are from. I don't know. That's a great question. I apologize for that. Wipe the corner of your mouth. Oh, sorry. I'm going to lose followers for this. Sorry.
Unraid. No, I'm just kidding.
But you're absolutely welcome, Kenny. Boy, what a pleasure to have you here. Let's go ask some questions. Kenny, if you've got a question for our friend CDub, we'd love to hear it as well. Thank you for all the new follows, everybody. It's been great. Thank you for the 100 bits too, Jamie. That's really nice of you. Oh, no, please. I want you to do the chocolate tasting. Don't let us go below 400. I know. We're gonna lose like a whole lot of followers from that. I was worried about that too.
No.
Let's make that chocolate tasting happen. So like that, we're done with chocolate. No more chocolate tonight. That is that. We did get some cookies though tonight as well. These Christmas cookies come courtesy of our friend Jillian Hayek, who is a great music streamer at Twitch too, and she was kind enough. And the reason for this is because we were promoting her works, and we had her on the karaoke show, so we helped her get to 800 followers at the time. Now she's like got over 900 followers, and she's close to 1,000. But as a token of her appreciation, she sent cookies to me, and she also sent them to CDub, and they were good, really good. Rohomo says, Davey, we watched you suck the insides out of a sandwich. We can deal with a chocolate crumb. Now, if you missed that...
Hey, Phil.
Phil's in the chat. Phil, how's it going? And Burb, I got to shout you out, too. Hold on. Let me get you shout it out. Let's do it. And yeah, Burb does a food tasting stream and plays video games, particularly Valorant. Really good. So let's get back to the questions, and we'll keep going. Yeah, 100%. Phil, so good to see you back in the chat. That's really great. Let's see. Do we have any more questions? Let's go look at the queue. Let's see. I don't see any. Wait, hold on. No, I do not see questions. Let me just make. So if you have a question for us, those of you from Kenny's Prog Rock Jukebox, just write exclamation point question in chat, followed by your question. You can ask that question of CDub Guitar or myself, or just in general. Ooh,
that's a good question.
Good question, Kenny. Thank you. What was the first CD, album, MP3 you ever bought with your own money?
So I don't know if it was my first, but I bought a 45 of the song I Just Died in Your Arms by Cutting Crew.
Oh, good song. Yeah.
And that was one of my first, that was definitely one of my first ones. I don't know if it was the first. Yeah. What about you, Davey?
I was wondering how I would answer this question the last time I was asked. Kenny says that's one of my go-to questions. It's a great question. I think I want to ask you that question in January when you have you on, because I'm curious too.
Keep that one in the holster.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Don't let us know. Save that one for January, Kenny. I'd love to. We'll save it for then. That's a great question. Stuart says Deep Purple live at Budokan. Ooh, good one. Good one.
That's a good one.
What did I buy with my own money is a question. Oh gosh, you know what? I think it was Pure Disco 2, but I'm not 100% sure. No, it could have been like rock hits of the 80s or something, some kind of hits of the 80s thing. I'm a little bit of an old soul in that regard. Like, it would have been like grunge would have been popular when I bought that. But I ended up buying something from like 10 years earlier, like music from 10 years earlier. So it's either that or Pure Disco 2. I can't remember. It was so long ago. Like, I can't even remember. Like, can't remember anymore.
Did you ever do the like CD, the where you'd like get the mail-in thing, 12 CDs for $1 or whatever?
I did.
Yeah, I did a lot of that too. That's why I'm not sure. Like, if I know I bought records before that, but yeah.
That is such a I did it once. I didn't have the guts to like do it over and over and over again like a lot of people were doing at the time, and like using different names and stuff, and like, oh, that would have been
right. No, I wasn't that sophisticated.
I wasn't. Yeah, exactly. Like I didn't have the brains to do that at the time. So Kenny's progress. Kenny, I'm so old. I remember Napster. Me too. I remember Napster. Don't you remember Napster?
I was too old for Napster.
Too old for Napster. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
wow.
when Napster became really big, I was already out of college.
Oh, so, I see. I gotcha. Okay. Right on. Let's see, Mama Dukes. Thank you for the sub. Yes. Oh yeah. Okay, let's get back to the questions. Oh yeah, this is another great question that Kenny asks. What song have you heard a million billion times, but leave it on the radio? Leave it on when it comes on the radio anyway. This is a great question. It's a great question.
And yeah, Enter Sandman.
Ooh, that's good.
I've heard that song a gazillion times, but I still like it.
That's so good. It's a great answer. Tofit says, over in the UK, we used to buy newspapers to get the free CDs. Oh, I see.
Oh, nice.
That's nice. So they would have like CDs in the inset or something? That's cool. That's pretty cool. It's Top. Oh, it is Top Hit. I don't know why I said Tofit at some point. It is Top Hit. Okay, I'm sorry. Top Hit 007. Super cool. Appreciate you for the clarification, Kenny. Yeah, I was honestly not sure for like about a month. So Top Hit. That's an awesome anecdote. If you've got any more questions, oh, you actually do have a question. Okay. He answers a Toppy. Oh, Toppy. That's what that is. Okay, cool. Toppy. All right, Toppy. So the answer for me, and this just proves why it's my favorite song, but it's "Don't You Forget About Me" by Simple Minds. Like, I've heard that song.
Oh, that's a great one.
800,000 times, and I'm still not tired of it. It slaps.
That is a great song. So that's one. That was one of the ones. So as you know, Davey, but I'm sure maybe some of your viewers don't know, I have marble goals on my stream,
mm-hmm.
and when we play marbles, when we hit one of the goals and we play marbles, if you win the marbles game, you get a live learn. You can request that I try out anything.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Soggy said we love that song, and somebody requested it as a live learn, and we started playing it, and it became really popular, and now I play it all the time.
I'm glad that that's made it into your rotation, because that's such a fun song to play. And so to have that now as part of your repertoire, that's great. I'm going to request it too then, if that's true.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. And Kenny says best song of the 80s. I agree. I completely agree. I mean...
Yeah, it's a great song.
It really is great. It's really great. It just hits... You know, because what's great about it is it comes out at a time of the 80s where everything was just hitting their spots. Like, when you get to the late end of the 80s, you're getting into New Jack Swing, and it was starting to get a little bit... It started to sound a little cheesy. Like, you're kind of getting into, like... I don't know. Like, like, you get into, like, freestyle... And then, I'm not saying these things are bad. It's just that they're just kind of sound a little cheesier than you expect. And then the early part of the 80s, you're still coming out disco. And you had a lot of yacht rock, which yacht rock's not bad, but it can be kind of laid back.
Yeah, but it's not my...
Right. It doesn't really kick. No, for sure.
No.
So the mid-'80s is when it was just jumping. Everything was hitting you. You had, like, the Minneapolis sound. You had, like, the UK sound. And then you had... Northern Soul, right? Also from the UK. And then you had like the ground root stuff. You had like John Mellencamp and all those bands. And you had Bruce Springsteen still going. And you had Michael Jackson and you had Cyndi Lauper. And so Prince obviously part of the Minneapolis sound. So it was a really... 85 is like where it all kind of melted together. And that's why I think that song comes from a point in time with music where things were just rolling. And it was really great.
Yeah.
So... I appreciate you letting me go on that tangent about it. Toppy says has this question. What's your favorite genre of music? I think I know your answer to this, but let's hear.
Yeah, so mine, it's grunge. You know, I was a teenager in the 90s, and so, you know, you're talking about how in the 80s, how certain things kind of came together. Like for me, grunge just really came at the right time when I was really getting into music, and there were a lot of talented bands in that genre, and so I really ate it up, and I haven't really, like, I've become that guy that says, oh, you know, I think this genre is the best because it's what I came of age in, and it's hard to... I'm not saying that's actually factually true or not, but it's hard for me to pivot my answer to anything else because of how it was so important to me at such an important time in my life.
I think that plays into it for a lot of people. I think that's really well said. Yeah. I think it's really great. Yeah. I'm with that. Let's see. And then...
angsty.
Yeah, good times. Oh, you know what's great? Modfather says, "Don't You Forget About Me" is Jillian's favorite song. Now, that's really cool.
That's what. See, and that just goes to show what a good song it is, because the spectrum, age-wise, of people who like it, and the spectrum of people who like other types of music like it, you know, it's got a universal appeal.
Oh, very much so. Yeah, I love that comment. Tuba dudes, welcome to the show. Sandwich time. So good to see you, Tuba. I hope you're well. I hope your weekend went well too. And you know, I mentioned to you that I was doing Dino Stream Fest on Sunday, and it was a wild day, and I'll never forget it. So it did have to make some sacrifices to make that happen, but I felt like it was worth it because it was a really, really fun day. And Tuba, if you missed it, you can check out the VOD. It was fun. We had some trivia with our friend Tin Tam and Swimmy. Really, really fun. And it's so good to see you tonight. I hope you're well. I hope you're doing all right. Tuba dudes, Tuba Yuba. I'm just going to shout him out anyway, even though he technically doesn't stream right now. But he's just too cool. I'm going to shout you out regardless. So good to see you, Tuba. So nice to have you here. You're very kind to be here. It's very kind of you to be here tonight. So let's continue our cue. Exclamation point question followed by the question itself if you want to ask a question of us. Stuart Hayek with this question. Name the song you would be embarrassed to admit that you like. So name the song you like, but you'd be embarrassed to admit that you like it.
Let's see. I'm going to say Bad Romance by Lady Gaga.
Ooh. It's a good song, though.
I really like that song.
It's a great song.
And I think it's a good song. But it's not it's not grunge.
No, it's not your MO, is it?
No, it's not. Not at all.
Oh, rah, Burb has it right.
Not your bad romance.
I'd say it's pretty close. Is that yours too, Burb? That's pretty cool. Try screaming it a bit. Oh, I know.
There you go. Yeah.
Nah. Yeah, I know. Seriously. I don't know. I mean, I have like entire albums that I'm afraid to admit that I like.
Right.
I do think I get ripped for a lot of times for liking a song or liking a group. People used to make fun of me, mostly my sister, for saying I like Oingo Boingo because of the name Oingo Boingo. It's so silly. But they're a really good band from the 80s. And if you remember, their biggest hits are Dead Man's Party and Weird Science. But there's so much more than that. So I just think admitting that I like Oingo Boingo at all is just like kind of embarrassing. Like, what is a Oingo Boingo? What the hell is a Oingo Boingo?
I think the fact that you knew they had a song besides Weird Science is kind of telling. I don't know.
Yeah, no. I'm like, not many people would know that. Not many people would be able to like admit that. So, yeah, I think that's a great point. Toppy says, seeing God on the Live, she was awesome. That's great. Thumbs up. Dude,
Cool.
Pump it up. It's really good. Jamie says,
Now
request.
Jamie wants me to learn that. I see. Yeah.
Do it. Do it.
I will.
How much money
Like
do
I
you need?
said, I don't need any for that.
Yeah. Phil's got my back.
do
Look
it.
at this. Phil says, plus, Danny Elfman is quite the successful composer. He's absolutely brilliant, isn't he?
Fair enough, Phil.
Absolutely
Fair enough.
brilliant. You know, and let's see, Toppy says, I'll give you one of my favorites, Davey. And that's Pink. She was amazing live.
Yes.
Oh, that's good. It's a good call.
Yes, that's another. So I'm a huge fan of Pink. So I don't know if that would be more or less embarrassing than Lady Gaga. But
I guess it'd be in the
think
neighborhood, but yeah.
I think she's very, very talented and like Toppet says is a good person too from everything I know. So
I'm with that. Toppy, did you see her doing the twirling with the curtains and everything? Because I've seen that.
oh
on
yeah,
TV.
like the whole Cirque du Soleil kind of. Yeah, that was cool.
That is cool. Like,
And man, the shape you got to be in to do that is pretty amazing. Like you can't just be a fat slob out there hanging upside down on a tapestry or whatever
Yeah.
it was.
yeah, it takes guts to do that. And like you said, you need to be in really good shape, and she is. She's really good at that. Burb says, I got to lurk and finish cleaning my room, but we'll talk. Hey, 100% Burb. Let's give Burb another shout out, folks, if you don't mind. Burb, thank you for joining us in the chat. So good to see you. We'll be hanging out with Burb in a few weeks. It'll be really, really fun. January is going to be picking up where December left off, it sounds like. We got some great guests already for January. Kenny to start.
Yeah.
And then bass clarinets and Burb. And we'll have Irene back. And we have Luis coming too. I didn't mention that. But Luis and I are formulating. We just got to figure out the day. But we're going to have the Torta show. It's going to be great.
Sweet. Oh,
Yeah.
that'll be a lot of fun.
Oh, it's going to be
I
so
love
fun.
Louise.
It's going to be so fun. Toppy says, yes, and even better, she came out. Oh, she did it. And she came out over the top of us in a Zorb ball. I thought her show was unreal. Oh, my gosh. I would absolutely do that.
Cool.
Oh, my goodness. That's really great. Tuba dudes, out of shape, hanging upside down. There's this gentleman club in Trenton, New Jersey. Enough said. Oh, so good. So good. Y'all, make sure to follow Bourbon Suit too. But I know. There's always a future for you in your career if you're done with music. That's a good message.
There you go.
All right.
There you go.
So Kenny has this question. What's your favorite film with Woody Harrelson in it?
Boy, he's been in some good ones.
Yeah.
He's one of those sneaky good actors, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't get a lot of talk, you know, but he's been in a lot of really good, entertaining movies. I think I'm going to go with Now You See Me.
Okay. Yeah, that's great. Yeah. Good call.
I liked his character in that, and I also like that movie a lot.
Yeah, he's sneaky good. It's funny, like you don't think of him as like a big player, but then
Yeah.
it's like
Right?
3 decades on, it's like still doing it, right?
Yeah. From Cheers to stardom.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Can you repeat the answer for Kenny?
Oh, Now You See Me. So it's who else is in that? I can't remember. I think Hulk is in that. The guy who plays the Hulk from the Marvel movies.
Oh, yeah, Mark Ruffalo. Yes.
Yeah, Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah. Jesse Eisenberg.
Now I gotta look it up.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah.
Yep.
The creative stars in the chat. I just sorry to interrupt, but the creative stars in the chat. Hi, Maria. How you doing? Yeah, the creative star apparently witnessed greatness yesterday. The sandwich. Oh my gosh, that's how everybody in Danny Allard's community is gonna know me now. The guy that inhaled the frozen sandwich. So good. I also heard that your sandwich was frozen. Did you slurp a frozen sandwich? I did indeed, because I rushed in there because the Uncrustables are frozen, so you have to get them in the freezer. And there was not enough time for them to defrost, so I just sucked that thing out while it was basically like a popsicle inside of this bread.
That's hilarious.
That's awesome. Man, yeah. Oh, and then the question, I guess, do the right thing. I mean, no. I'm sorry. White Men Can't Jump is it for me?
White Men Can't Jump.
Yeah, I mean, it's a classic. It's a classic. One. Yeah.
Yep.
Sure. So it's so good to see you. I know. Oh, you did clip it. I did see your clip. I put that in the clips channel on Discord. So for those of you who are rating in from Kenny's prog rock jukebox, if you'd like to hang out with us after the show, we're on Discord. We have lots of highlights of this program, and then yesterday's program, and then CDub's greatness. Oh, we have more people in the chat. Let's go play the clip again.
We should do that one more time, right?
Let's do it again. Hold on, folks. So this is what happened on Friday night.
Friday night karaoke follies.
It was one to remember. So we have our friend cdubguitar. He's singing a very serious song. That's called "The Little Drummer Boy," and so he's really getting into it. I mean, the music's starting to swell and everything else. Things are starting to get serious, but then chaos ensues.
Pum. Oh my God! What are you doing?
What? Was that an ad in the middle of the song?
In the middle?
What just happened?
I bumped into an ad in the middle of my freaking like, what the hell, people?
Oh no!
Arby's.
This is not your name.
All right, I'm back. When we go. Oh my God.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Oh, one to remember, my friend. Oh God, I'll never forget that. You know, it's just hard to imagine that in like a 3-minute song that it would be get an ad in the middle. That's just crazy. I know. Soggy said LG music is dying. I know.
LG was the one reason I didn't think I was going to be able to hold it together for the rest of the song, because I could hear him laughing. And, you know, like I said before when we showed the clip, you know, I was trying not to look at chat on purpose, because I knew if I looked, it would be over. And I would just start laughing and the song would just play on. But then LG has such a great laugh. He really has such a great laugh. And yeah, it was hard, but I powered through. The show must go on, right?
Yeah, I dig that. Let's round out the questions. We'll go ahead and close the queue tonight.
All right.
But
yeah, I should probably get going.
Thank you so much, everybody who sent in questions. This has been absolutely a blast. Let's just finish this out. So top 8 will have our final question of the night, and the question is: when did you first learn an instrument? Was it the guitar? If not, what was it? And when did you learn guitar? And also, when did you learn the guitar? Also, can you shred electric guitar? Sorry for the long question.
No, those are great questions. So, interestingly enough, the first instrument I learned to play was the trombone. in high school or in grade school. Sorry, the classic grade school band thing, and they tried us out. We all went down, like the whole class went down to a room of the music room, and tuba, and
brass,
and there was like trumpet and saxophones and tubas and trombones and all this stuff, and we just tried them all out, and I ended up starting on there. So I don't remember all the questions, Davey. I apologize.
Okay. I'll repeat them. So keep going.
So that's where I started. I learned a little bit. So I got real basic musical knowledge in grade school and high school. Just some basic stuff like this is the bass clef, treble clef. Here's the different notes on there and all that kind of thing. But never really got deep into it. I took a handful of piano lessons, but it never really took the same way that guitar did for me. But then I took a break, and I didn't really pick up the guitar until I was almost out of college in 1998. So I've been playing off and on since 98. I got a little more serious in the last probably 5 years, and then really serious when I started streaming on Twitch just a little over a year ago.
Pretty neat.
Where I was truly playing every day and actively trying to learn things about the music that I cover instead of just reading a tab sheet and it tells me what chords to play.
Oh, yeah. I see that. I'm kind of doing that with the piano, although I'm not even close to being as far along as you would be at this point. But I think reading the music is actually a really valuable component of being good at music.
Right.
Yeah, that's really good. Can you read sheet music? Because I know some duelers don't, some duelers do. But how good would you say you are at reading sheet music? I'm always curious about that sort of thing. But
yeah, and so I can't. I could actually read music better when I was in high school than I can now when I was playing the trombone.
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
But I'm trying to get back into that.
Okay. Now it says, when did you start learning guitar? Maybe you answered that earlier.
Yeah, so I got my first guitar in 1998.
Okay.
But I didn't really I wouldn't say I started learning guitar until around 2010.
Okay.
That's when I really started to be like, okay, I want to actually figure this out as opposed to just, okay, I can play the beginning to Wish You Were Here and nothing else matters because it's literally all open, all open strings and, stuff like that. That's all I'd learned prior to that. It's like, oh, hey, here's how you play one little half second of Enter Sandman or, stuff like that. But to actually learn how to play, I would say about a decade ago.
Oh, wow. Okay, it's kind of recent for the most part. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, I think, and I think that's something a little different than a lot of the streamers that, at least the ones that I gravitate towards on Twitch so far. A lot of them are full-time professional musicians who either have a musical background through formal education or have done a lot of lessons or one-on-one type learning. I'm pretty much an IT guy.
Okay. Right on.
I and I feel like I was blessed with a decent singing voice, and that's what that as much as anything made me really decide on the guitar, because it's so easy to go to like an open mic or pitch a bar or something on, hey, can I come and play for a couple hours and sing? You don't need a lot of equipment to get started, and yeah, I should have. In some ways, I joke I should have been CDub Guitar Sings, because that's really my. If anything, that's almost more my passion than like learning how to shred on the guitar. I know, because that was one of the questions. That's more my passion than really playing guitar is the singing part of it. I really like that. So.
Well, I think that's great. I think your singing voice is pretty rock solid, my friend. I mean, you know, it's no IT, but it's pretty good. You know, like it's not sexy as IT, but it's
right.
It's in the,
what is
right exactly like what is, you know, exactly. So that should wrap. Yeah, that's a great question. Toppy, you've had some great questions. Kenny,
yeah, that was a really good question.
Yeah, thank you so much for
guys.
that.
Thank you.
Thank you all for your questions tonight. Toppy says, with me at school, it was always a triangle. Do not sell the triangle short. I think our friend Daniel Allard over at Daniel Allard kills the triangle. The triangle can be an amazing instrument. You can rock out with a triangle. That is a fact. So I will make that clear. But thank you everybody for tuning in tonight. I'm going to try something I haven't done in a while. Exactly, Maria. Exactly. That and a kazoo. Exactly, and a kazoo. Kazoo.
Yeah, her electric kazoo is unbelievable.
Yeah, 100%. Give Danny a follow, folks. Last thing I'm going to say before we close up, just a reminder to everybody, our friend Carly Sings is going to be on the front page tomorrow. Only squares play triangle. Kenny, that's great. That's great, Kenny. That is so good. Let me give Kenny another shout out. Thank you so much for raiding in. You're so funny. I cannot wait to hang out with you too in a few weeks. So we look forward to that. I really appreciate your community coming in here and joining us here on the Sandwich Show. We'll make a great sandwich. We'll have some fun with that. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed. This was fun. Really great. Really great. And also, just a reminder, everybody, tune in to our friend Carly Sings tomorrow too, because she's going to be on front page tomorrow. So definitely worth your while. 10 o'clock Eastern time, 10 a.m.
Yes.
a.m. Eastern time. Don't miss it. Follow her now, and then you can catch up with her tomorrow morning, and it should be a good time. So let me show some credits. I haven't done this in a while, but we've had a big night. Let's give it a shot. Let's see. We got the cheer. Oh yeah, it's actually working. It's actually working. This is great. Thank you for there are the cheers. There are moderators. Well done, everybody. Thank you so much, Tuba, for joining us later in the evening. Jason, Rahoma, of course, Jamie, you all did great tonight. Thank you for all the new followers. Many of you came in from Christie's Coffee and the Kenny's Prog Rock Jukebox raids. You all are so great. And how about the subscribers and resubs? Super duper cool. I don't think it showed the raids, but the raids came from Christie's Coffee and Kenny's Prog Rock Jukebox tonight. Thank you so much, everybody. Really, really good to see you all here. It was a good time. And so, folks, I think we have. Let's show some mod love, everybody. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. That's going to do it for us for the year. It's been a wonderful year covering sandwiches, food, and music and other great things under the sun with you and getting to know everybody from Twitch. We've really enjoyed it. So give a shout out to the mods. Mod love, please. ! Mod love in the chat. While we do that, we're going to try to conjure up a raid destination. Your support of this program means. Oh, we still got to do the Bean Boozled. Whoops. I'll do a quick one. Okay. Breaded Pigeons, are you still with us in the chat? Are you still with us in the chat? Last call, Breaded Pigeons. Are you with us in the chat? Let me just get this out. Let me just get this rolling pretty quickly. Hold on just a second. Okay. Hold on. I forgot to do this, so I don't want to mess this up because I think we should do this for. Okay, you're here. Okay, great. Breaded. Let's just do this to finish up the year. This is either pear or it's booger. Get the water ready just in case.
Ooh, booger.
Oh boy, here we go. Okay, pear or booger. Oh,
I think it's gonna be.
It's the pear. Pump it
good.
up. Pump it up. What a way to end 2021. Yes.
Exactly. End 2021 on a high note.
Woo! Love it. I love it. Want to meet a fun, small streamer, nice guy, guitar player, gamer, and juggler? Does that sound good to you, my friend? That sounds like kind of fun.
Sure, that sounds fun.
Yeah, Kenny, lay it on us.
I always love meeting small streamers.
Yeah, I do too. We all started out as small streamers, you know.
I still feel like a small streamer.
Yeah,
it's really funny while you're getting the raid ready. It's really funny because the other night I was playing and I got a raid from someone who had like I want to say like around 150 some followers, and I was like, wow, that's really weird. I'd never seen him before. It was like the first raid I've ever gotten that I'd never interacted with the other person before, and I'm like, wow, I guess I'm kind of that size now where people are like, hey, I'll raid this guy and maybe I'll get some new followers and spread the love. Like, instead of being the lowest man on the totem pole, I feel like I finally moved up a little bit.
Yeah, it's really interesting. And I think one of the most exciting things about this kind of experience is that when you reach that point where you've kind of gone from being the guy that's trying to look for the big break, and now you're the one breaking other people. We've kind of seen this too. You know, we've put other people over the top. And I'm incredibly humbled by that.
I'm Cheese Wizard said big time now. I'd say no, I'm medium sized. I'm definitely not big time. I'm medium time.
Medium time. But medium time's a good place to be. Medium time.
Yeah.
Medium time is good. So copy the raid call, everybody. We're gonna go meet a new streamer, Sebastian now. Sebastian.
Oh, I love Sebastian.
Oh, you've actually been there. Okay, great.
I actually know Sebastian.
Sebastian, okay.
So this will be fun.
Let's go. Thanks again. Have a great Christmas, everybody, or have a great holiday season, and a good New Year. We'll see you on January the 4th, and we'll come back with our friend Kenny's Prog Rock Jukebox. But until then, take care, everybody, and all the best.
All right.
Bye,
everyone. Thank you so much for having me on, Davey. And
absolutely. Thank
everyone
you,
have a great
CDub.
2020.
It's been an absolute pleasure. Happy holidays, everyone.